We gotta check it out here. We gotta check it out here. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Looks like we're going live. Looks like it's coming up. Looks like it's working. Is it working? It's trying to. It's trying to do its job. There we go. Now I see myself. That means we're live. We can play the song. Gotta play the song.
Yo, it's the Eddie Block Show. Drunk uncle on the side, ready, let's go. Hey, it's the Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree, let them know. Yo, drunk uncle, drink more. We got 2 hours to chat like strange animals. Eddie Block and drunk uncle are great hosts, and we got 50 mods for the trolls. Let's roll. Yo, it's the Eddie Block Show. Drunk uncle on the side, ready, let's go. Hey, it's the Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree, let them know. Yo, drunk uncle, drink more. We got 2 hours to chat like strange animals. Eddie Block and drunk uncle are great hosts, and we got 50 miles for the trolls. Let's roll.
What's up, nigga? Word. Hey, come say hi. Okay, get down. Get down. Run it down, please. No. Darn dogs. She always hooks up with my headphones every time. They got their bark box in today. I'll give them another treat, huh?
I'm here to tell y'all, Blueprint's here, baby. We here. Keep on watching, keep on listening. Don't pay attention.
It's going in and out.
Woo! 2021. We're in the house.
It's going in and out. What do you mean?
Conservative.
That's weird. You forgot the one in the chamber. What do you mean it's going in and out? Is it going in and out? Am I not working right today? Let's click on it. Let's see. What do you mean it's going in and... It doesn't look like it's going in and out for me, or maybe it's spinning. It's spinning over there in Twitch, though. Okay, let me go check out Twitch. Because it's not spinning in YouTube. Let's see if it's spinning in Twitch. It doesn't look to be spinning in Twitch for me. Oh, yeah, now it is spinning in Twitch. Now it is. Okay, so there's... so it is spinning in Twitch, not in YouTube. It doesn't look to be spinning in Twitch for me. Oh, yeah, now it is spinning in Twitch. So, yeah, Digga, it's spinning in Twitch for sure. Hold on, let me check YouTube one more time. Let's see if it's doing it in YouTube still. Let's see. Let me go over here. Go back to YouTube. No, I don't see any issues in YouTube. Let's see. Let me go over here. Go back to YouTube. No, you're not crazy. You're not crazy. You're not crazy at all. There we go. Let me text it. Let me send her a chat message real quick. There we go. Twitch is messing up, but not YouTube. I guess you're going to have to come to Twitch tonight. I guess you're going to have to come to Twitch tonight. Baby, all right. How is everybody tonight? Man, I should be wearing a hat. I don't feel like putting a hat on. You know what? I'm not on some dating site. I'm not trying to look good. I'm just trying to be me. How's everybody? Hope y'all are good. Are you glad that we're back? I was forced to take a week off, but I'm kind of glad because I had to have surgery. A little tiny surgery. Nothing bad, nothing bad. Just some, what do they call that? It's called, why is it not printing? What do you call it? They were searching. It was investigative surgery. I think that's what you call it. So, yeah. That's what I had to do. But it's all right. I'm a lot better now. I'm a lot better. Still feeling a little bit of pain from the surgery. But heck. That's life, right? So, Donnie, while you were gone, so I had my procedure on Tuesday, and they like had to go and search. They were trying to find if something was wrong with my bladder. They had to go search up in there, and they stuck a camera, and they had to come out, and they had to cut a whole bunch of stuff out. So I ended up with the catheter, which sucks. They finally took it out on Wednesday, right? So on Wednesday, I'm driving down there to go get it taken out, and my stepdad calls me, and he's like, Donnie just came in my house. And I was like, oh, shit. He's like, don't worry, you know, he broke the D-ring that holds his leash on, right? So, because, you know, Donnie's a roamer. He likes to go for a run, and he'll go visit all of our neighbors and bother all the dogs in the neighborhood. So, my stepdad put him back on his cable. He has a cable, so he hooked it up to another spot, and it was good. But then he broke that one. So we bought him a new one today. Well, it just came in today. And he's got a new American flag harness. Not a harness. I bought him a... Come here, Donnie. If I give him a treat, he'll come up here. Come here. Let's see if you guys can see it. He got this new harness, but look what it's got on there. He's got the American flag now on him. Oh, you got an American flag on your new harness? Or your new collar? This one's good. I don't like having the harness on him all day here when it's 100 degrees. And he doesn't really try and break off of it. It's just when I was gone, something happened. So I'd rather have him on a collar now that he's not taken off. What's up, Willow? I'd rather have him on a collar now that he's not taken off, right? Because it's hot up here. It's like 95 degrees average. So having a big old harness on him, it's too hot in my opinion. Plus the one that I had bought for backup was too small. It barely fit him, so we took that one off of him. But we got this new one in. I just got it in the mail today. It's supposed to be super heavy duty strong. It better be for what I freaking paid for it. What's up, David Aguilar? So let's see. Dude, heck yeah. Look how strong this bad boy is. Like the D-rings, these are metal. Not the D-rings, the quick releases. Everything is metal on this. I like it. I like it. Now, so you see how right here they have Velcro, right? So they have Velcro, and the reason why I also got this one is it's padded all the way around. So if he needs to lay down, it's still comfortable for him. See, it's got like extra padding everywhere, which you can take off, you can put on. But the other thing they offered is, when I bought it, they said, do you want name badges for here? So I got him a name badge. Yeah, this is an extra large. So this will fit him. This will definitely fit him. I mean, look at how nice it's made. So I'm excited. I can't wait to take him out again for his next trip. But so I put his name on the name badge. Those are coming in separately. They'll be here within the next week and a half. And they say Donald J. Trump. So he is going to have his new Donald J. Trump on his vest. And as soon as that comes in, you know where we're going? Because it's got all these different patches, right? So like, his service dog patch right here, but then Donald J. Trump right here. So we're gonna go to liberal San Francisco with his Donald J. Trump name tag. And we're going to see what happens. And we're going to film it live. We're going to do it one of these Saturdays. We're going to San Francisco. Right? Right, David? Berkeley? You think I should go to Berkeley? I'm afraid to take him to Berkeley. Sorry, Digga. You got to come to YouTube. Hold on. Sorry, Digga. I don't know what's up with Twitch. I know she doesn't like YouTube. It's definitely big enough for him, Digga. Oh, she is here on YouTube. She's in both. Yes, he is fluffy, huh? What are you doing? So his bark box came in today. Well, I should say their bark box, but only the toys go to him. But they get all these new treats, and these treats come in there in their bark box. So they're all sniffing the box down there. Oh yeah, Willow, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm going to go walk around the Castro district, which is the district of where most of the definite liberals hang out, Yeah, David, and I wouldn't take him to Berkeley. For the same reason I didn't take him to Sacramento. I will not take Donnie to places that I think somebody's going to try and hurt him. Yes, the people in San Francisco are crazy, but I don't think they're going to try and hurt him. So yeah. Well, did you guys miss me? All kinds of action happened when I was gone and getting healed. You know what? I think... So I'm doing some work on the property. I got to figure something out. I'm waiting for my sister. Hopefully she replies to my email. I wrote her an email instead of a text because I wrote her a long one asking for some advice. So hopefully she responds back to me because I'm trying to figure some stuff out. Berkeley is lush in the park though. Or it was when Randy, 2007 is not now. Last time I was in Berkeley, it was me and Taiho. The most annoying thing about bringing a big dog out in public is people follow you around. The problem it's not really a problem to me. Donnie loves it. Everybody wants to pet him. Everybody sees him, and then they look and see service dog, and they're like, okay, I can't pet him. And then I'm like, it's okay, you can pet him. And I know that's what Oreo Express made fun of me for saying, it's okay, you can pet him. But you know what? I got a good dog. He loves people. He loves the attention. And I love it when the beautiful women come over and pet Donnie because then I get to talk to him. Yeah. Don't get us started. Trump was in the news. What was he in the news for today now, Willow? I didn't see anything on him today. What was he? What was he on? You hate it? They take pics with him and make the same "you need a saddle" comment. Oh, yeah. You know what? What gets old for me is people calling him Beethoven. It's like his name is not Beethoven. Right? I get that. Or I always get, who's walking who? Is he walking you? That. Or I always get, well, I guess if your batteries run out, he can pull you, huh? But they don't know that you've heard the joke a million other times, right? So you can't fault these people. They're just trying. You know what? The fact that somebody makes a comment to you, that's just them trying to reach out and make a friend. That's the way you have to look at it. That's the way I look at it. And you're just like, okay, thanks. Now, no, just in the news, I'm sure you sure I heard. I don't know, Willow. I don't know. Let me I got a whole bunch of news today, but I don't know if I have that. Well, if I don't, then you can tell. Well, no, you normally don't. You normally can't make it through the whole show, can you? Let's see. Yeah, see, it's the first time for them when they say stuff like that. It's all right. Now, if I'm having a bad day, though, I might make a bad comment back. Sometimes I do. Let's see. Fox, let's see. Hold on. I don't think I have it, Willow. I really don't. Let me look. Let me look and see if there's something on him that I may have missed. I do have something about a raid. About the raid. Is it about the organization exec considering a plea deal? I did not choose that one for the news. Let's see. Or was it the FBI? Like, I saw some stuff I didn't even care about. Like, the former FBI. Richard, what you told me he was doing, I'm this is a news show. I'm not interested in what he was doing. And if Steve Oatley's restreaming it, then Steve Oatley can restream them. I'm doing the news. I got a lot of news stories today. I'm not gonna. If you want to watch him, Richard, go watch Common Sense Conservative. I like the dude. Go watch him. I got so much news to get done today. They took Trump's passports? No, I didn't see that. Really? They took his passport. They took a former president's passport. Are you sure that happened? Let's look. Let me go look. We'll look at it together. I was watching my buddy Johnny. you can tell. Let's see. Isn't that what you guys are seeing? Yeah, there you go. Okay, so let's see. Trump passport. Oh, they're saying today, let's see. How did I not see that one? All right, we're going to get started anyways. Drunk's not here yet, but let's see it.
So fat.
Brendan, you're not fat. It's the shirt.
Look at Nate. His true class.
Richard, I'm not trying to be rude. I mean, go check out, Robert's a cool dude. I got so much news that I got to get through that, I don't have time. All right, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'll do it because I don't want to be rude to Richard. I don't. Where is Roberts? I saw it too. Well, there it is. I thought he was just talking about transgendered stuff. Oh, he's actually out there. Yeah, I'm not gonna restream that. That's gonna drive me nuts. That's gonna drive me nuts, Richard. I'm sorry, buddy. That ear piercing stuff. I can't. Hold on. Oh, while we're waiting for Drunk Uncle real quick too, by the way, guys, yeah, sorry, Richard. I cannot. I'm an audio. People will rather hear something more than they listen more than they look. Right? If you have shitty audio, it just pisses people off and they leave. And I'm one of those kind of people. My ears, I got headphones on and I got to hear that stuff. So I bet you he's gone already. Let me text him, just to be nice, because he's texting me to go to that thing. There we go. So I don't seem like I'm a jerk. All right. Shut up, Siri. But anyway, so speaking of political stuff, tomorrow night, we are going to have a special event. We are going to watch the tears of Liz Cheney, because tomorrow is the only Mr. Bill. I was going to, but it's too windy. Richard Hertz just asked me to do it too. It's just way too windy. I can't stand that noise. It'll drive me nuts. Otherwise, I would. I mean, I tried a second ago. I went to him, and that sound was, at least in my ears.
He's come wrap up as well. We got officers sitting there watching.
I am a human.
He must have
I am
got
an
out of the way.
animal. These are all developmental pathways, and I am a woman. These people right here, they are going to help this story reach millions of people. They're helping us right now.
All right.
They're helping us tell our story as they stand here and tell women to shut up. They think this story is about hate, but this story is about boundaries.
This is the Common Sense Conservative. Go check them out, guys.
Girls having boundaries around our body. It is about discrimination. It's about sex-based discrimination. Discriminating against women and girls on the basis of our sex is sex-based discrimination.
Okay, so the title on this, it says feminist and LGBTQ protest an 80-year-old woman being banned from the YMCA for kicking a man from the women's locker room. So an 80-year-old woman got banned for kicking a guy out of the YMCA. I would have thought that feminists and the LGBTQ would have been for that. Because aren't they, they're pro everything.
Thank you for being with us today. We're going to close this up and go home.
Is that Portland?
All right, it'll be interesting to see how the police are going to clear this out.
Let's see where this is going. Yeah, they're saying, look at these two ladies are about to fight with each other.
I love you. I love you all.
So So they're mad at Richard, though. Are they mad at the YMCA or are they mad at the old lady? With who are they mad at?
My name is Reverend Crystal Cox. I am a lesbian woman and a Catholic resident of Port Townsend. I have an all-faith church here called Bringing Back God is Church. And I am here today to support what Julie Jones.
So when this is over and I'm able to get out of here, I will do another live stream and talk about
dignity for all individuals without prejudice of any kind. I am here to support same-sex equality.
Oh, look at that guy with his rainbow mask. So real quick, guys. So you see this guy in a rainbow mask, right? He's wearing a mask because he's afraid of catching COVID, but yet he was just pushing an old lady, like literally pushing up against her. Like, wait, go back a little bit more to the right, Robert. Go back forward. Look at this guy. He's literally touching like 2 or 3 people in a crowd, but he's so afraid that he's wearing a mask. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. Something happened there. Somebody got knocked down. Somebody got knocked down.
You just tried jacking that American flag.
There's no hate here, but then you just attack somebody. Yeah, if you guys don't know, with umbrellas earlier, they took old women's stuff. Alright, when he ends, maybe we'll go back a little bit and we'll check it out. Somebody must have touched his camera because it's all blurry. Not blurry, but it's...
Hilarious how they chant no hate here, but that's all they're doing is spewing hate.
Yeah, the rainbow started with God. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna see.
The police said that they were going to clear this place out in 10 minutes ago. They're not doing a very good job.
Pride strives to be loving, kind, and supportive to all who community. To the best of our ability.
Sorry, it is impossible for me to do an interview at this moment for those of you paying attention to what's going on around us.
Why do you care what's in someone else's underpants? Why do you care what's in someone else's underpants? I am curious.
Whether you believe it or not, I love all of you. Thank you all. Excellent. Can I say anything? All right. Thank you, everyone. We're going to close now. Bye. Bye. Bye, everyone.
It sure is, Digga. You know what the problem is? I can't tell who is with who right now. What does it say? Sovereign women demand... Oh, I couldn't read her shirt. I hope Robert doesn't get hurt, because I'm pretty sure he's in Portland. Whoa! Stealing! Oh my God, he's stealing! Isn't that the one who they stole his... Wait, I can't tell who that guy is now. He just dealt with another flag issue. It looked like he had a flag in his hand, but I couldn't tell what kind of flag.
And the dwarf came through again to try to steal another flag.
So I don't know if they were trying to steal his flag or somebody, or if he was trying to steal their flag.
He did not get away with the flag. Somebody
Okay.
had a pretty good grip and would not let it go.
So they were trying to take the flag from that guy. Yeah, I think you're right, David Aguilar. Oh yeah, guys, I got a new Nightbot command. Now that I have my mailbox, I put in my mailbox. If you type in / mail, you can see my mailbox. We're gonna start sending stuff to these prisoners in jail.
We'll see how that goes.
So I'm guessing if they're wearing a mask, they're liberal. If they're see, look, there's Antifa in black right there. Look, there's a black Antifa person. You can tell they're just standing there. They're not saying anything. They're waiting for something to happen. Okay, so there's a lady in a mask arguing with the LGBTQ person, which is weird. Oh, by the way, guys, Saturday or Friday night after Live PD, so about 9 p.m. my time, we're gonna have a karaoke party for my birthday because my birthday is Friday night. Trans women are men. That doesn't make, that's wrong. If you're a trans woman, oh wait. It depends on which side you're talking from. Are the cops actually getting them to leave? Oh, thank you, Nels. Okay, Robert's leaving. Robert, stay. Stay, Robert.
This is how you're gonna get treated, honey. That's what they do to women. Just try to say no.
Okay, that's not Portland. I don't think.
Yeah. Right. Oh, this is the man that needs to be arrested. He assaulted me. I've got marks on my hand. He stole my shoe and tried to steal my phone.
I have marks on my hand.
I'm going to give you my card. Okay.
Get his name because I want him
They
arrested.
have my name.
You already have his
I'm
name?
a local. I talk to them all the time.
Good. They'll know how to book you.
I'm sure. I mean,
I almost gave you somebody else's card.
Robert's worried about the monkeypox.
I'm a local. They talk.
I think all the conservatives are leaving, so that's why.
This information, ma'am. Give me a call and let me know what happened tomorrow.
I have it on film. So.
Okay, thank you.
So here's the problem. So police have let everybody come out here to this side. Problem is that the counter protesters are also going to come around this side. So
Hey, Willow, is this Portland? I can't really tell.
So these guys are up there. Yeah, these guys are up there.
hey, I want to thank the restreamers who sent people on over here. If you guys are just now tuning in, it's been a day, so
Yeah, this is
check it out.
Robert from the Common Sense Conservatives. Trans women. Okay, so that's a conservative person.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Steve. Is there any way I'll be able to get a hold of you?
Who are you?
The Common Sense Conservative.
Sure,
And
I'll talk to anybody.
Well, you want to do an interview right now since it's a little quieter?
You can talk on it. Is the sun too bright?
I think we're good.
Okay.
So.
Right when he starts doing the interview, it cuts out. Oh, man. Yeah, I can't tell either, Willow. Okay, hold. Wait, is he? Let's go here.
I have a global audience. Most of these people have no idea what's going on in Washington.
So Fort Townsend's a little teeny town, 10,000 people, and I go swimming once a week. And I went into our dressing shower room, which is all one room. We have gang showers. They have little curtains on them, little shower curtains, the billow. And if you look, you can see what you want to see. I was in there and I heard a man's voice. I looked out and there was a man not very far from me by the toilets wearing a woman's bathing suit. And I asked him, do you have a penis? And he said, it's none of your business. And I said, you need to get out of here. Because there were little girls right there who were pulling down their suits so they could go to the toilet. And he was punching them. Get out of here, I said. A Y staffer came up to me in a red shirt. I said, get him out of here. And she said, that's discrimination. You're out of the pool forever, and I'm calling the cops. That was it. So I left. I went over to the cop station. I gave a statement to the cops about what had happened in there. I called the CEO at the Y, Wendy Bart, and she told me that she assumes that the signs, pride signs, that are posted around this area at the pool is enough information for women to know what to expect. There's no other signage.
So they have no expectation of privacy in the bathroom.
And so I told, let's see, the story is going on and on, but at any rate, I have continued to talk with people. I decided I needed to do something. I went home, I created this sign, and I created a petition, and I went back up on Monday and Tuesday to the pool area that we have uptown, and for 2 hours each day, I picketed with the sign, and I had people
Hope
sign
this
my
the woman who's
petition.
banned.
And of course, there were lots and lots of all kinds of transgender people around and so on, and they were heckling and so on and so forth. They wanted me to just know if they said they were women, they were women. And I just know that's not true. So I have...
So does this mean if I see a hot girl at the YMCA and she walks into the shower, I'm going to say I'm a woman so I can go see her naked? That's okay?
City Council, and I told them what was needed, as far as I could tell, was really some very professional training for staff to have the skills to handle such a delicate situation we've got on here. They need to, the Y and the city need to provide facilities as the law requests, and they need to put adequate signage, good signage up so everybody can know what to expect and parents can know what to expect when they send their kids to Y camps. Right. So those were my efforts. I went to City Council and said all that. And I have since been told by others that I have been accused by the Y of multiple infractions. I've been using this pool for over 30 years, and I've never had an infraction. In 1 year's time, multiple infractions. I've been told, they said that I used vulgar and abusive language, that I was screaming.
I would use vulgar language too.
There you have it. That's my current identity according to the Y in the city.
Thank you very much. Yeah, they need to get you out of here safely, so I'll cut it short, but I'll get a hold of you and we'll talk some more.
Okay. I'm welcome. I'm welcoming anybody.
Thank you very much.
I'm glad that lady stood up. I'm proud of this lady. You know, older ladies like that, they have no trouble speaking their mind.
Get out of here myself. See how it goes.
No.
Man, I wonder if somebody else is there right now.
I appreciate you, anybody and everybody who donated. This is a 4-hour drive for me.
4 hours for Robert.
And I'm doing this for free. So anybody and everybody who donated today, I appreciate you a great deal. So does my wife and new daughter. And
where is he at?
I'll do a live later on.
What's up, drunk uncle?
About the actions.
How we going?
And things
Good,
that took
good.
place today. A little recap.
Hold on 1 second, bud. Yeah, he's in Washington somewhere.
Like I'm being followed, so I'm gonna cut this stream and
yeah, he's cutting his stream out. Let's go to the beginning of it. Let's see where he is. What's up, drunk uncle? Hold on, we'll start it back up in a minute. Let me add drunk uncle to the stream. What's up, buddy? How you feeling today?
Oh, fine.
What's that?
I feel fine.
You feel fine?
Yeah.
Hold on, you're cutting in and out.
Yeah, you're frozen.
I'm frozen? Now you're better. Say something now.
Something.
All right, there we go. Now it's much better. So how you feeling today?
Well, I'm a little sore right now, but that's from class.
Yeah?
Now, let me get one left up in.
Really? Yeah, guys, so if you don't know, let's see. Drunk Uncle had a little fun last night. Drunk Uncle, he texted me late at night. I wasn't feeling good. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to sleep and try and relax. And then Drunk Uncle texted me, dude, I'm gonna try these mushrooms. I don't know if I should or not. And I was like, well, fuck it, go for it. So then I told, or Gra was talking to me too, and Gra's all, tell him to come into our Discord chat. So we're watching Drunk Uncle in Discord chat. He came in, and he's not very good at Discord, right? You never use Discord. So we're like trying to show him the rules and stuff. So we started playing music, and Drunk Uncle started practicing his jujitsu stuff. And it was pretty interesting, yeah. So how you feeling?
It was kind of a spiritual and an enlightening trip, not necessarily a laugh your ass off and look at purple elephants.
Oh, I was laughing my ass off. I am not gonna lie. But I was on weed too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Just so you know, Drunk Uncle, I'm gonna give you a little suggestion, and don't take this the wrong way, but I'm sure you know. So you were practicing your jujitsu, and you were using your boxing, your ground-mounted punching bag, right?
Yeah.
It just it looked pretty interesting. It looked like you had a big rooster in between your legs.
Nah, that's fun. That's fun.
It was probably funnier because I was really high at the time. So.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning. I'm like, damn it! Why didn't I take any fucking screenshots? And so, but then, so I looked up. You know, we were playing music, right? And you were going and you were doing your exercises and stuff. And so I looked up a song, and I picked it. It was called American, and it said this is the #1 song to play when you're on mushrooms, right? And it started making all these weird sounds, and it was like a crazy song. And all of a sudden, you just stopped doing it, and you just sat there. And I was like, "Oh shit, the music got you."
No, I was just trying not to. I was just trying to breathe and not to laugh.
Okay.
I figured that y'all were I was like, I'm either hearing that or they're fucking with me. And then I looked over and I seen like 2 different things of like, what's his name? Jack Sparrow.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know who, I think one of them looked like it was in a fish tank or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we were having fun with you, but that's just because we love you. That's just because we love you, Drunk Uncle. You know.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have it any other way. We wouldn't. No. Let me turn this up a little bit.
But I still remember the gorilla.
You remember the gorilla?
Yeah, remember I told you I'm a gorilla?
Drunk Uncle kept up. I didn't even remember. He's like, I'm a gorilla. I'm a gorilla.
Yeah.
Now
I was looking at my hands, and my hands seemed like older and darker and hairier. And I look at the inside and like kind of close my hands, and I was like, I look so old. And it just started to kind of, maybe it wasn't a gorilla because they got like fat fingers.
Yeah.
Maybe I was thinking more of a chimpanzee or something like that. But my hands just started reminding me of like, I can do things like a gorilla with these. That's what I'm going to focus on, is being a gorilla.
Yeah. See, I'm jealous because I went to this place where you can legally buy mushrooms in California. I mean, I got some right here. And I took them and nothing happened. And Drunk Uncle was like, we need to take a whole lot more. But I was afraid to take a whole lot more. So then I started doing research, and I'm like, why can't I? And it says if you're on any kind of antidepressant. And so Kaiser had put me on the stuff. They say because I'm disabled, I have to be on an antidepressant because I have so many surgeries and shit like that. So it doesn't really work. So I'll take this. I'll even eat this right now for you guys. It does.
Well, I'm on antidepressant too, but so I'm looking at this thing right here.
Okay, I'm going to take it right now.
800 milligrams for the full bar.
Uh-huh.
And a full bar is 15 pieces. So, but I took six 6 pieces.
So how many milligrams is that?
I don't know. I'm trying to. I wish it was an even number. Like if it was 10 pieces, I would know it'd be 80 milligrams a piece.
Okay, but see, you're taking milligrams. I just took. Yeah. So this thing is 4 grams that I just took. So a gram is more than a milligram, right?
Yeah, but I'm thinking like I really don't know how you.
I don't know.
What is your? Does yours say? Is yours for a micro or a macro or?
These are for microdosing. It's 4 grams. It says this. Yeah. So this was 6 pieces, and on it says 4 grams of Golden Teacher.
Right, and what's the serving size for a microdose?
She told me to try out with 1.
Okay, this one says microdose 1 to 3 pieces to stimulate your mind. 4 to 9 pieces, mindful and elevated. God mode, which is 10 to 15 pieces. It said the walls might melt.
Okay, well, you know what? Then next time I go, I'll buy a whole bunch more and I'll try taking a whole bar at once. Because look, I got Donnie.
Maybe you can look for that. This is exactly what I took. So
polka dot. All right, I'll look and see. So drunk uncle, I got Donnie this new service dog vest. It's real super heavy duty and freaking powerful.
Yeah.
And so with it, you can order a name tag. It costs you extra, but they'll make the names that are like, sticky patch, Velcro patches. Mm-hmm. So I ordered Donald J. Trump. So as soon as those come in, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go to San Francisco, and I'm gonna film. Because Donnie's a service dog, they cannot deny me entrance into any single place. And I'm going to walk around San Francisco with Donald J. Trump all over his vest. Because it's got all these Velcros right here. And I got it in big letters. It's a 2x6 patch that says Donald J. Trump. So it's about this big.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about taking Ty with me, but Ty doesn't like confrontation. Well, Ty loves confrontation, but he doesn't like to start the confrontation like that. So I don't think he'd be like, Eddie, take off that Donald J. Trump patch. So
you're instigating,
right? So I probably won't take. I'll talk to Ty. I'll take Ty, but you'll hear me and him arguing. I'll be like, that's his fucking name. He hasn't seen my new truck yet. I gotta go take him out to lunch. We'll go to San Francisco and roll around San Francisco with his name tag like that. Anyways, well, I guess. Oh yeah, so what we were just watching, guys, it was an LGBTQ protest, and Drunk, you have a lot of friends in this community. Well, not a lot of friends, but you know quite a bit of people in this community. Yeah. So this 80-year-old lady, apparently, this is just from my gist of what I heard watching like 10 minutes of it. She was in the YMCA, and she was in the shower, and all of a sudden she heard a male's voice, and she said these showers at the YMCA, they're just like curtains and they move, and she said whatever you want to see, you can see in there, basically. So basically you're like walking around naked. And she said she heard a man's voice, and she walked out, and there was a guy in a bikini or in a bathing suit, a female bathing suit, she said. And she asked him, do you have a penis? And he said, it's none of your fucking business. And then she looked over and saw these 2 little girls that were going to the bathroom. And you know how these places are. There's no stalls, right? When you go to the bathroom, there's like 10 toilets next to each other. And it's like because it's the YMCA. They're cheap. It's like a gang bathroom, right?
Like, put some walls around the toilet, man.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see you going number 2.
Yeah, so this lady, she's like, I look over and there's these girls taking off their clothes to go to the bathroom, and there's this guy looking at them. So she went and complained, which, I would too. And so they kicked her out of the YMCA, and now they banned her from the YMCA because she's racist or anti-gay.
What? Transgender doesn't have anything to do with being gay in a way. I mean, it does, but it doesn't.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, that's
well, What she said is they told her that the signs are up, and so people know what to expect when they go in the bathrooms.
And she's how old? She's like 80?
80, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't know what to think about stuff like that, you know? That's kind of like a shock to them.
But still, though, I don't think... You know what?
I'm not saying she was in the wrong or anything, that the other person, like, she obviously knew he was a man.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just wondering what this person looked like, because Andy comes off as passable. To me, Andy seems passable.
Yeah.
And I don't think Andy, like, if Andy were to be in a male, you know, locker room or something like that, I highly doubt anything's going to be exposed. Like, everything's going to, if you got to, you know, actually change and something might be seen, then you're going to be somewhere where other people can't see it.
But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about here where there's little kids taking off their underwears to go to the... And you know how little kids are? Like, you know, you've been to a male restroom. The little kids aren't like us, and they don't just unzip and pull it out. You see a 4-year-old boy in the bathroom, he pulls his pants all the way down to the ground and stands there and pees, you know, because that's how little kids are. So having a grown man, and she said he was watching the other kids. So I think if you're going to have a bathroom to where you allow transgenders in there, I think you also have to have one for kids, like a separate bathroom for kids.
Or just if you're going to go that route, just have a neutral bathroom to where if you're comfortable changing around women or men or trans, like you can, and it'll be much more private, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you get claustrophobic or you're not good around being around a lot of people, you know, maybe it's almost like, you know, kind of like the private, we had like a private bathroom in my high school. And like nobody ever used it, but if you needed to go take a shit during school, that was the bathroom that you wanted to go to, because it was just one, you know, it was a big, I guess it was like a handicap bathroom, but you know, you go in there and do your business in peace. Because I don't know if it was like this for you in high school, but
we had no wall, and we had the side panels, but the front doors, we had no front doors.
Oh, yeah, and that's just opening it up for people to fuck with you, you know? Come in there and hit you with, like, wads of, you know, wet toilet paper and stuff. You know, you never wanted to drop a deuce at school.
Yeah. Well, that's why they have the handicap bathroom, because you have people like me that, you know, I was born with multiple stomach issues, so I have to go to the bathroom a lot. And so that's what sucked. But luckily, I had a key to and they were nice. So in our campus, we had handicapped bathrooms, but they also gave us a key that only worked for those bathrooms. So we could get in and out, but regular people couldn't. So that worked out good.
Luckily, that bathroom that I wanted, you know, if I had to drop a deuce, was right across the hall from, like, my favorite teacher. And so even if I'll just pop my head in and be like, "Hey, Scotty, let me get that key." And you just toss me the key. I'm like, "Thank you."
When you bring it back, you bring an odor with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear Drunk Uncle's voice, don't you, Browners? Huh? I'm Brownie. All right. Well, let's get back to the news, because that's what everybody's here for. But no, real quick, though, what I was going to say, though, is this. Look, if I say I'm at the YMCA, right, and Selma Hayek walks by me and I see her heading to the showers, does that mean now that I can all of a sudden say, you know what, I identify as a transgender woman. I could now go in that woman's bathroom and watch her take off all her clothes and go shower? Because you know men are going to do that.
Yeah, this is where you get into the minutia of the people that are actually feel this way in the head versus the people that are doing it for nefarious reasons, or they're doing it because it seems trendy.
Yeah.
Which, according to Andy, does seem to be a problem.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's go to the news now. Here we go. This is what I gotta do. Sorry. It's been a week. You take a week off and you forget all the buttons you gotta hit. There's Drunk Uncle. There's me. All right. So Willow actually brought this to my attention. Trump says the FBI seized 3 of his passports during a raid. How many? I thought you only get 1 passport, number 1. That seems weird. And calls search an assault on a political opponent. I definitely believe that. He said they seized 3 of his passports during his raid at the Mar-a-Lago last week, calling it an unprecedented search and assault. Well, I mean, when have you ever seen a president been searched by the FBI, right? They carried out a search warrant at his house. That the FBI also seized boxes containing records. I mean, this was a whole bunch of... They were just going after Trump. They were just messing with him, right?
Supposedly the search warrant said that they could get any documents that had anything to do with anything from his first day to his last day. They weren't there searching for nuclear or whatever the fuck. Anything that he had, this is just what I hear, that anything that he had that was post January 20th, 2017 to January 19th, 2021, they could take it.
But yeah, but here's the thing though. So that's
like
fine.
Wide open. That's not normal.
No, but what else? You know what else though is while they're searching, so that gives them access to his whole. Are you drinking PBRs today?
Yeah.
Ugh. Anyways, but that gives them access to everything, right? So if you wanted all the goods and the information on somebody, if you could just go, all you had to do is get a big search warrant like that. You can search their whole fucking house, and then you can find all that information and then pass it along. Right? You may not take it, but like if you're a dirty FBI agent, you could take a picture of it and send it to Hillary Clinton or send it to Joe Biden or send it to Nancy Pelosi, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that happened.
Yeah. What worries me, but luckily, I guess they refused to turn off the cameras. But what worries me is the lawyer wasn't able to like supervise. Or not supervise, but to overwatch.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, remember when they went to my house? They actually they broke the cameras at my house when the FBI showed up. In fact, last time I went to the FBI office, I saw that douchebag too. Andy says, "Yeah, the warrant was for absolutely everything from when he was president, but that still means they can check everything." Hello from Gulag, Ontario. Well, hello, Pedro. What's going on? All right, so anyways, here's still part of this. The Justice Department opposes release of the affidavit justifying the FBI search of Trump's Mar-a-Lago home. Why do they not want to release that, right? Like, what is in there that they don't want us to see? It says, if disclosed, the affidavit would serve as a roadmap to the government's ongoing investigation, providing specific details about its direction and likely course in a manner that is highly likely to compromise future investigative steps.
I think I know where they're going with this.
I call bullshit. Where do you think they're going with this?
So I think an affidavit is like a written statement that maybe gives them the probable cause. So the affidavit's going to have the person's name on it that must have called and said, "Hey, I think he has stuff that he shouldn't have." So they're going to know who the rat was.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure an affidavit is like a written statement of what you've witnessed. I do believe that's an affidavit and a witness statement. Kind of the same thing.
Yeah. It says the fact that this investigation implicates highly classified materials further underscores the need to protect the integrity of the investigation. Well, I mean, how do we even know that he has that confidential information, right? I mean, come on. It's just bullshit. They're just, you know what? It's just them trying to make Trump look bad. And Drunk Uncle Trade for Trump says Ronnie Mac would approve of the PBRs. Is that, let me guess, the trailer park joke?
I don't know who Ronnie Mac is.
Oh, well, he said Ronnie Mac would approve of your PBR. I don't know.
Cool.
The Justice Department said Monday that it does not oppose the release of other documents such as the cover sheets for the warrant and the government motion to seal. I don't know. When they raided my house, they gave me the warrant. Well, they didn't give me the warrant right away. After they were already going through my house, they gave me the warrant. Yeah. Bill Cooper's warnings went I'm sorry. I must be a bad person. I don't know who Bill Cooper is. I don't know who that is. Do you know who that is, Drunk Uncle?
No.
Okay. All right. Jamie Dimon says America must get it through our thick skulls that the U.S. energy is not against climate change. So I picked this. I read a little bit of it. So this lady's from J.P. Morgan, CEO. In a recent client call, and she insisted that boosting natural gas production in the United States was not at odds with the goal of reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Well, natural gas is one of the cleanest gases we have. Says we should focus on climate. The problem with that is because of high oil and gas prices, the world is turning back on their coal plants. It is dirtier, which compared to natural gas, it is a little bit dirtier. But natural gas, coal, we have so many filters in place now and regulations. It's pretty freaking clean. It says, why can't we get it through our thick skulls that if you want to solve climate change, it is not against climate change for America to boost more oil and gas. She said, so this is what I read that really bothered me. It says, to achieve net zero emissions by 2050 in accordance with the Paris Agreement, the bank said its commitment ensures that it is measuring the emissions of its clients in key sectors of its financial portfolio. So this is what they're saying now. JP Morgan is not a government. JP Morgan is a bank that loans money. JP Morgan is now going to go and start telling people how to run their fucking business. Oh, you want a loan from me? Oh, you got to stop using freaking oil. Maybe we should send Brownie to Mar-a-Lago. Yeah, she'll bite the FBI agents there too, like she did here.
I mean, it would be up to their discretion on who they want to lend their money to.
Yeah, but I mean,
because I know there were some insurance places that didn't want to take us when we started selling THC.
Really?
I think we maybe had to move insurances or something.
Wow.
School districts nationwide seeing a shortage of teachers.
Let's see.
And some banks don't want to take any money that come from THC, even if it's legal.
Yeah.
So, like some places, not necessarily where I'm at, that you can only use cash.
Yeah. All right. Trade says that he is a funny motocross guy. Okay, I'll have to look him up. Trade for Trump. Andy says they're like a big ESG pushing sort of bank. I see. So I saw this news article and I clicked on it. It says the teachers union are laying off teachers now, and they're saying white teachers have to be laid off first. That's what they're saying. Yeah, look at this. Minneapolis Teachers Union agreement stipulates that white teachers be laid off first regardless of seniority. An agreement between the Minneapolis Federation of Teachers Union and the school district states that white teachers will be laid off before teachers of color, regardless of their seniority. The agreement, which was reached to end a 2-week teacher strike last spring, says that starting this school year, if accessing a teacher who is a member of population underrepresented among licensed teachers in the site, the district shall access the next least senior teacher who is not a member of an underrepresented population. So it's a lot of big words, but that's just saying if you're white, you're screwed. Guess what? We're going to get rid of you if you're white. Accessing teachers is the process by which staff are reduced at a particular school due to a drop in enrollment. The agreement further goes on to say that when reinstating teachers, the district shall prioritize the recall of a teacher who is a member of a population underrepresented among licensed teachers in the district. Now, hold on a second, though. Wait a minute. By using those words, I think they can screw themselves. Do you know where I'm going with this, Drunk Uncle?
Underrepresented means maybe eventually you got to go to exact percentages of your school district.
Well, no. So look at this, right? So let's say this year we got to lay off 20 teachers. Let's say we have 50 teachers this year, because parents aren't sending their kids to school anymore. They're sick. There's a lot of parents that are taking their kids out of school and doing homeschooling. So the numbers are decreasing for enrollment. So they have to lay off teachers. So let's say they only lay off white teachers, right? You have 50 teachers. You have to lay off 20. So you lay off 20 white teachers. Now, when you have to go rehire teachers again, right? If there's only 30 teachers left and 20 of them are black, and there's only 10 white, well, then guess who they have to hire back then? They have to hire the white teachers, because the white teachers are underrepresented because there's only 10 white teachers compared to 20 black teachers.
I say we take it one step further and start getting rid of liberal white women. It's the most dangerous people on the face of the earth. Liberal white women. That's just my opinion.
Okay, well, so think about this now. Here's another thought that just came to mind. What are most teachers?
Women.
Liberal white women, right?
Yep.
So they're sitting there saying, yeah, so guess what? All these liberal white teachers are going to lose their fucking job. Well, guess what? It's your fault. It's your fault. Maybe I'm not so unhappy with this right now that I'm thinking about it. Think about it that way, though.
And, I don't know a whole lot about, the black community, but, I'm not trying to just single them out, because you're going to have Hispanic teachers, you're going to have Asian teachers, Indian teachers, all sorts of stuff. But from what I understand, and this was from a long time ago, but things like homosexuality, mental illness, abortion, and, I would assume transgender. I didn't really know much about transgender people when I was learning stuff like this, but that's something that the black community does not want to talk about at all. So maybe this is kind of a blessing in disguise that you're going to get these teachers that are just like, I ain't talking about that shit.
Yeah, maybe.
Talk to your mom about that.
Maybe. That's quite possibly so, yeah. Who knows? So that also it also brings them up for possibility of lawsuits. So I remember, it was probably like 15, 20 years ago, right? There was I think it was somewhere in New York, and this firefighter, they took a test, and based on the test, they chose the person who scored best on the test to become the firefighter, right? Because when you're choosing a firefighter, you want the strongest, most knowledgeable person who can do the job best, right? So they chose the person who took first place in the test. And it's not just a memory test. It's not just a knowledge test. It's also, a test of, a physical test, right? A white man won. So this black guy sued them and said that the test was racially biased, and because he was black, he had no chance of passing the test. So what they did is they settled out of court, and they didn't give the job to the white man. They gave it to the black man. So then the white man went and sued the fire department for not hiring him because he was white, and he won like $10 million.
Yeah, it's kind of a catch-22.
Right.
Like, I wonder what the specifics are, because there's like a lot of topics to get brought up, and they just don't bring up the specifics. Like this whole suppression of voting rights for minorities. Mm-hmm. They just say that these states are trying to suppress the voting rights that are going to affect mostly minorities. And I'm like, okay, so what are you talking about? Like, what are these things? And they never talk about it.
Yeah. Speaking of that, like I saw a meme over the weekend, and it's Barbie, and she has an I voted sticker, and she has a ballot in her hand, right? And so at the bottom it says Barbie must be a liberal because she says she voted, and now she's going to vote again with her second ballot.
Oh. I see what they did there.
Right? I mean, I understand what the picture meant. They want to have the sticker saying I voted because, everybody, you wear that sticker after you vote, right?
Man, I'll take a few of them.
Yeah. All right. So Ricardo Cruciano found dead in Rikers Island shower after conviction for sexually assaulting patients. I don't know who this guy is, right? A neurologist died of a suspected suicide at Rikers. Oh, a suicide. Oh, I thought there was going to be something else. Island on Monday morning, 2 weeks after he was found guilty of sexual offenses against 6 patients. He focused on chronic pain, was found in the shower. Well, what did he do? The jury found him guilty on all 12 counts of, including 2 counts of rape, 7 counts of criminal sexual acts, and 1 count of predatory sexual assault, attempted rape, and sex abuse. He must have maybe when they were knocked under, maybe done something to him. I want to see. You know, I don't feel sorry for this guy. I don't feel sorry for, you don't sexually, that could have been your mother, your sister. How would he like that if somebody did that to his mother, sister, daughter? I don't agree with people who sexually abuse others. That's disgusting, whether man or woman. All right, so I didn't see Crowder today, but you know how all week long last week...
Brendan, you're not fat.
He was saying defund the FBI, Yeah. So this news, it says a former FBI officer is saying that the defund the FBI means let your kid be abused. What the heck does this mean? Yeah, Andy says I don't feel sorry for him either. A former FBI senior intelligence advisor and it's a CNN analyst. Never mind, it makes sense. Attack critics on the bureau by suggesting they are encouraging violence and open to crimes like their own child being going uninvestigated. When somebody that's not the FBI. That's the local police department. Gra says he watched Crowder today. Well, I didn't, Gra.
I mean, my mom was a social worker, so a social worker shows up to investigate.
Uh-huh.
And if the child needs to be taken, the social worker shows back up, generally with a sheriff.
Okay.
Depending on whether she always said it was a sheriff, so I don't know if she takes a sheriff is it in the city or out of the city. I don't know, but every time she's brought it up, she always said it was a sheriff.
It's most likely a sheriff because sheriff deals more with that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but around here, you have the city cops for inside the city, and then anything outside city limits was the sheriff.
Yeah.
So,
well, so like I can explain this. So when I had to evict somebody from my property, that I was renting my property to somebody, I had to evict them, and so when we had to have them evict her, it had to be the sheriff, not the city. So the city deals with like city policing, thefts, and stuff like that, but the sheriff handles more cases like that, like evictions, working with government agencies, because it's a higher level government agency. Just like so if you get in an accident in the city, what the city will do is the city police officer will come out, and then they call the highway patrol, and the highway patrol comes over and takes the traffic report. It's just it's like a focus. They're different focus and stuff like that. Anarchy Princess stream just got taken down. You just broke your rule, Gra. Yes, you did. Gra broke his rule.
What's his rule?
Well, him and I, we, you don't really talk about it. You don't watch it, but Gra and I decided that we are no longer going to talk about 1776. We're both done with it. We don't watch it. I don't watch it anymore. If I want to find out what's going on, there's this guy called Just a Lazy Streamer. I'll watch like 2 or 3 minutes of him because he has like 2-minute clips and it just tells you what happened the whole day. So, however, I did watch Cringe the other day. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I don't want to talk about it. So they're saying don't go against the FBI, and this is a CNN. Was it Andy? Yeah, Andy said analyst. Is
it Brian Skelter?
Yeah, it might be Brian Skelter. Oh, did you hear they got rid of Tubin? They finally got rid of Tubin. Yeah. You know what? The FBI raided my house. It was a bunch of bullshit. They totally fuck with me. They took everything. They still won't give me shit back, right? They won't give me my computers back. They won't give me my hard drives back. I work with the lawyers all the time, right? the lawyers have my full entire. They told me that they have a 16 terabyte drive with everything that was on every one of my computers, every one of my freaking hard drives, right? So they don't need my computers or hard drive anymore, and they're still keeping them. That's just bullshit. They're just fucking with me now. So, you know what?
Your computers to look at porn while they're at work.
Who knows? I mean, dude, so when the Mac that they took from me, it was a fully maxed out iMac. I mean, it was the fastest iMac you could have without going, like, spending $50,000. I mean, it cost me $10,000. That's how much it cost me to put that Mac together, because I wanted it good for editing, and they fucking took it. And they're holding it now.
State in it?
Huh?
Did you put a solid state in it? How do you get an iMac up to 10,000? I mean, a Mac Pro, I can.
Well, it was Mac Pro, but it wasn't the top of the line Mac Pro. It was a Mac Pro, but I had like in this one.
You had a tower.
Yeah, I had no, not the tower. I had the iMac, but you can change stuff out. So what I changed out on it was I added in the special what do you call it? A video card. I had a special. I have a special fast video card in there. I upgraded the memory up to, like, this one has 128 gigabytes of RAM. I got the 10-core processor back then. So, you know, you start the normal iMac, it starts at like $3,000, right? But then when you upgrade the video card, then it's like $4,000. Then you upgrade the RAM, that really brings it up. Then you upgrade the like the cores, how many different cores you have. Oh, it's real easy. It's real easy. Here, watch.
Well, before they started like soldering stuff in, like I'd maybe like up my processor or something like that.
Yeah.
But as far as you know, your hard drive and memory, I would just leave that like baseline, because I was going to rip it out as soon as I got it anyway. Because they charge you an arm and a leg to upgrade your RAM when you can just, I mean, it was so easy to change out your RAM and your hard drive.
Yeah. See, look,
now they soldering them in.
You can't even buy a 27-inch Mac anymore. Now they want you to buy the Mac Studio. Well, let's look at the 24-inch iMac then. Let's buy one. We'll build one.
I can't remember if mine is a 21 or a 27. I bet it's a 21. It's old.
So the one I'm looking at right now, we're looking at through, is a 27-inch, and I have, here, look, about this Mac. So I have it's a 5K Retina 27-inch 2020. I have a 3.8 gigahertz 10-core Intel i9, which is like the fastest processor I could buy for this one at the time. I have 128 gigabytes of RAM memory, and my graphics card is a Radeon Pro 5700 XT 16 with 16 gigabytes on it. This computer that I'm looking at, I spent a lot of money on. It's a fast computer. Like, look, you can only get an 8-core chip right here, and I have a 10-core chip. So let's look at this one. We'll buy the most expensive one here. That's 1600. Oh, this is for a 24. See, this is totally different. I haven't looked at, maybe the prices went down. Okay, so for memory, oh, see, look, on their memory, you can only get that's how much memory is right for you. That's not random access memory. Okay, oh no, that is memory. 16 gigabytes. You can only get 16 gigabytes. This computer has 128 gigabytes of memory. So, you know, if you have 512 gigabytes of storage, that's nothing. Your computer. So I actually have a 2 terabyte on my computer that I have right now. So this one's only $2,400, but that's not what I have. That doesn't. Damn, this is really cheap. I have a 27 inch, and they don't sell 27 inches on here anymore. Well, let's look at Mac Studio. Mac Studio is their new thing from 1999. Okay, let's buy one. Let's build one.
You tack on the plan, and you know that's at least $300-400 for the Apple Care.
Right. All right. Well, I didn't buy the Apple Care. All right, here you go. So this one is a 20-core, 48-core GPU. Wow. But this does not come with a monitor, right? So I would always upgrade. So it's $1,000 more. 128 gigabyte of unified memory, which is what I have right now. You gotta have at least 2 terabytes of storage. Nothing pre-installed. What's in the box? Okay, so for this right here alone is $6,199. That has no monitor, no keyboard, nothing. Has not
a Mac
freaking
Mini or a Mac Pro?
It's a Mac Studio. This is just a Mac Studio.
Oh, I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, well, you can't buy a 27-inch iMac anymore. They don't sell them anymore. So, anyways, we better get back to the news. Anyways, but yeah, FBI, they left me with no phone. I'm a handicapped guy living in a small house that's in shitty shape, and they left me with nothing. Nothing. All right. Anyways, the U.S. southern border saw nearly 200,000 migrant encounters in July.
You're not fat. It's the shirt.
In July, as the border crisis rolls on. 200,000 migrant encounters, right? So what they say they only catch like a small portion of the people that are actually crossing. So if 200,000 got caught, what do you think that means? Like 1 million people got through, or 1 million people tried to cross in total? What do you think? What would you think the ratio would be, Drunk Uncle?
I don't know, because I've heard that. You know, of course, you know, you're not going to catch everybody that comes across, but like, how do they come up with these percentages? Like, if they crossed and you didn't know that they crossed, how do you calculate how many people that you didn't catch?
Is this the Garage Show? What's up,
I'm
Mr.
always
P?
confused with that.
Because they sign up, because they end up in hospitals. They go to the emergency room. They apply for unemployment or Social Security. They apply for WIC.
Yeah.
They put their kids in school for free. That's how.
Yeah, but not every one of them is going to do that. So you got to think that the calculations would have to be even smaller, because there's going to be people that don't go to the hospital or don't bring their kid. Like,
in Madera, where I just used to live, most of the people were illegal aliens. So there's obviously a whole shitload of them getting through. Right?
Well, yeah. I'm just saying how they calculate numbers.
I don't know how they calculate them. I don't. But I can tell you this, a whole shitload of them are getting through.
Yeah.
All right. A Hollywood restaurant owner turns Good Samaritan by taking down a robbery suspect who punched an elderly man. Good for this business owner. It says a Hollywood restaurant owner surveillance video shows a person sucker punch an elderly man, then tackled by the business owner, Fox LA. I took him down and just waited there until the police arrived. Let's see if we have the video. Well, that's them tackling him. Let's see. Do they have the video? I want to see. They don't have the video. Let's see. The thief allegedly took the victim's phone and wallet. So you're an elderly man sitting at a table. What do? You know, you set your wallet. You know, elderly people do this a lot, right? They set their wallet on the table because you know, you all seen that Seinfeld episode where George has a wallet like this fucking thick. I mean, where's my wallet? My wallet's pretty thick too. When you sit down, you sit like this. So you take your wallet out, you set it on top of the table, and your phone.
I think most people who live in New York City carry their wallet in their front pocket. I think that's basically
what the deal is? I mean,
so you don't get pocketed.
This is my wallet. I mean, this thing's pretty fucking thick, you know? I mean, you have to.
Man.
You know? I mean, what's this card? Oh,
Wu-Tang.
Oh, yeah, look at this, guys. Look at this. By the way, something else you guys don't know. So on Wednesday, after I got my catheter pulled out, so I have a shotgun. So I went to Half-Cocked Gunsmithing and Firearms in Clovis. My friend Randall always went there, so I went there too. And I ordered myself a brand new gun. I walked in, I took my firearms test, and look, there it is. I have my firearms card. Now I can go and take the classes so I can get my CCW, which I'm gonna do. So, but I mean, look, you got to have the Home Depot card, you know, credit card. You guys, I got way too many credit cards. I mean, shit, you got to have the Costco credit card. I go to Walmart, you got to have the Walmart credit card. You know why I have a lot of credit cards though? Here's a little tip, guys. If you get like Walmart card, they don't charge you an annual fee, right? But for everything you buy online, they give you 5% off, and everything you buy in the store, they give you 2% off or cash back. So if you go in there, you buy it on the card, you get 2% off. Then you go home right away and you pay your bill, so you're not paying any interest off. They hate people like me, but that's what I do. That's why I have all these cards. Like the Costco card, right? This is my Costco card. Every time I go in the Costco and I buy gas, I get 4% back off of my gas. My Apple card. This Apple card gives me 2% cash back every time I use it. If you use Apple Pay, it's 4% cash back. The only smart thing, the thing you got to do though, is you pay off the bill right away. They hate you for it. But that's why, like, you know why I have a Lowe's card? I got a Lowe's card because they give you 5% cash back if you use their card.
I used to do that with DJ equipment. Not the exact same thing, but you go in around the holidays. Doesn't matter. The place I always got my shit from always seemed to have the special run around holidays. Right. They would do 0% financing for 12 months.
Uh-huh.
And so all I would do, and I'm like, okay, and buy, get the shit, get it, and just made sure I paid it off before 12 months.
Yeah, right. But my brother always taught me, and I used to have bad credit problems, right? I was real bad with credit problems. But my brother would always say, and I finally listen to him now that I'm older. If you can't pay for it with cash, you can't afford it, right? So
yeah,
of course I bought my truck on credit, but that's what I do. If I'm gonna buy something, I put it on the credit card, I get the cash back money, and then I pay it off. It's it normally takes 2 or 3 days for it to clear, for them to let you pay it off, depending on the company, But that's
just think about it. If you're a DJ and you're trying to get gigs,
yeah.
If you don't have speakers, that was the big thing that I bought mostly was speakers.
Uh-huh.
You can get away with having a shitty mixer or shitty turntables or a shitty computer, but if you can't push that sound out, I mean, good luck getting gigs.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, so I was watching, like I had surgery. I watched a lot of TV over the last week because I was sitting in bed. I watched that 99 Woodstock. I forget. I asked you about it. You watched it, right?
Yeah.
The very last episode, they had Fatboy Slim, right?
That was the second episode.
Or was it the second episode? Oh, so anyways, they had Fatboy Slim in there, and he was actually he had his vinyl records out there. I was like, oh, freaking Drunk Uncle's gonna like that. But then that was in 99.
He was using. Maybe I'm blending. I thought he had CDJs, but 99. No, he probably wouldn't. CDJs were relatively new.
Yeah.
I have to go back. I'm just not used to seeing people actually use like turntables anymore. But I remember I was like, and they got Fatboy Slim playing.
Right.
I was like, they could might better than that. I mean, even though Fatboy Slim is a big name, but you know.
Oh, and by the way, guys, so just so you know, that Woodstock 99, you should watch it. If you have Netflix, go and watch it. It's a crazy freaking three episode series. Like, I didn't know all that shit happened, but it just shows you all the people.
Chappie watched it too. She was like, I didn't know it was that bad.
All the people in there that are running that show are liberals, guys. They're liberal people. And they're like, well, these people are drinking shitty water. Like water, there was the poop that they didn't cover for how much people were going to be there on the toilets, right? So there was mud everywhere, but it wasn't mud. It was sewage mud. So it then got into the groundwater, and they were actually drinking sewage water. And because you're locked in this place for 3 days, you can't. They threw, if you brought in water, they threw it away. So then they first they were charging like $4 for water, and I'm like, I see that all the time, but it's 2022 now, right? In 99, $4 for a little bottle of water is a lot of fucking money. They said by the third day, it was like 100 degrees outside, and nobody had water, so they were selling them for like $11, $12 a bottle of water.
I think it was 8.
I thought maybe they said 12. I don't know. Maybe
it could have been because there's more vendors left. I mean, people gotta have water, and I mean, if you're ruthless.
Yeah, but so get this. So these promoters, right? And I told Drunk, I'm like, I know you don't like freaking I can't think of his name now. Fred Durst, right?
I like picking on his voice.
Well, anyway, yeah, right. But Limp Bizkit, their #1 song at the time of this was called "Give Me Something to Break." So you're telling me that you're going to have 250,000 people in a mosh pit while somebody sings a very amped up song that says, "Give me something to fucking break. I want to break your fucking face tonight," in the middle of a mosh pit, that you didn't expect nothing to go wrong?
Yeah, I like how they were, the narrator or whoever was talking about it was like, you know, if you look at Fred, like he was contemplating, like, should I do this? Should I, talking about the id, ego, and super ego.
Yeah.
Like those things, like fighting it out. And then at the end, he's just like, fuck it. This is Woodstock.
It said that video is not available, huh? Hope, that's weird. But I mean, it's definitely something to watch, guys. It is. But the whole thing is, right, you know how liberals are anti-capitalism? But the whole reason that Woodstock 99 went down from what this video portrayed is look, oh, well, you know, if we do it this way, we can't make money. So they started cutting the budget. Then they're like, oh, we can't make money this way. So they started cutting the budget and cutting the budget. And basically, you know, they cut the budget down. And so I'm going to give it away, a little bit of it. At the very end, right, the very last group was Red Hot Chili Peppers. I don't know, freaking Drunk wants to make the comment. Sorry, my medicine's kicking in now. But he's all, now I know why Flea likes to go naked all the time.
Yeah.
But anyways, so it's they put up Red Hot Chili Peppers and everybody starts freaking out. They're like a fire they decide to hand out candles. Right? They're giving everybody candles and they're starting shit on fire. So they will go to oh my gosh, I can't think of his name from the Red Hot Chili Peppers now. And they go Anthony Kiedis. They're like, "Anthony, you need to go out there. You need to calm the crowd down." And he's like, well, I'm just a singer. What am I supposed to do? They're like, go out there and play another song. Well, guess what the next song on their list was? It was a tribute to Jimi Hendrix called Fire. So they sent the Red Hot Chili Peppers out to stop people from lighting shit on fire after they gave them 100,000 candles and had them play the song Fire. You have all these people on acid and mushrooms and all these other and weed and every drug in the world, and they just gave them 100,000 candles and they played the song Fire. What do you think they're gonna do? Well, they burnt the place down. That's what they did.
Yeah, I thought it was, you know, I knew what happened at Woodstock. I was like, all right,
What's
so
up,
this
BB?
is where we messed up. But then the Red Hot Chili Peppers played Under the Bridge, and I was like, okay.
Right, MP Flyer?
So, huh?
Mr. P. Flyer says they should have had David Devine get out there and tell everybody to shut the fuck up. He's good at that.
Yeah. But, you know, they played Under the Bridge, which is a nice, mellow, groove song. And I was like, all right, I'm wondering how this happens. And then they were like, okay, so they're going to play Jimi Hendrix's Fire. And I was like, okay. I can see the correlation, but I'm not seeing why things actually start to get set on fire. Because I'm very aware of that song.
Yeah.
And I think it was the visuals that they had up. Because they had, I think, Jimi Hendrix playing and like fire was around him. Mm. And he set his guitar on fire for the Star Spangled Banner, I believe. So I don't think that was put in there. But I think it was the damn visuals that really set it off, and plus they were all pissed.
Yeah, they were really pissed. Like
most of them left.
A lot of people were leaving on Saturday, even, right, and stuff. Yeah. Oh, and I mean, like the choice of bands too. Like, I'm surprised it didn't happen the first night. They had Korn corn the first night, right? And if you guys don't know who corn is basically is freaking. You're just like the whole time. We're just like let's go. It makes you want to go fight somebody, right? Drunk, isn't that a correlation?
Yeah, I was a huge corn fan. I wore Adidas jumpsuits, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Still wear to this day just because of corn.
Really, Mr. P. Flyer? That's crazy. All right, well, let's get back to the news. You guys go watch it. It's a good special. I would watch it. I watched it. So the LA Times, a large LA homeless camp gets swept away. The big question is what comes next. Yeah, where are they going to go? Where was this? In Watts. Okay, so I was thinking maybe it was going to be downtown. After weeks of visits by outreach workers and last-minute persuasion by police, the row of shanties were abandoned. By 8 a.m., a bulldozer and a grader were circling the 10-acre vacant lot in Watts, scraping 3-foot-tall weeds and the detritus? I guess, I don't know. I don't know that word. They concealed into piles. A smaller tract. Do these fucking writers, you don't sound bigger. You know what? People that read stuff, well, maybe you're trying to get people to go look in the dictionary. I don't know. But most people, they don't want to read big words. Just fucking talk to us like we're a 3-year-old, right? What's that video? What's the movie with what's that movie with Denzel Washington? Explain it to me like I'm a 3-year-old, right? Or a 6-year-old.
Yeah, a lot of times where people want to reach out and flaunt their vocabulary, it generally means that they don't have a whole lot to say, but they want you to think that they do.
Ah, okay.
That's generally what I get when people do that.
Yeah. Look at this.
I've got an extensive vocabulary, but over the years, like in college, I would want to flaunt it and be like, well, actually,
holy shit.
And then
yeah.
The world, and you don't talk to motherfuckers like that. You talk to them so everybody can understand.
Thank you, Andy. Look at this. They basically, so they had a constant waterfall run. They had a slip and slide. Look, they had a little slip and slide here, it looks like. Right? I mean, we're in water conservation, but the homeless people can have a slip and slide out there and shit. I mean, look at this. Wow. I mean, do you know how much fucking... Basically, they're just going through everybody's trash. I mean, look, at least it had an American flag. And look at this. The firefighter, look what he's doing. He's rolling up the American flag. He went out there in the middle of all this trash to go save that American flag. God bless him. God bless him, right? But I mean, look at this place. Look at the trash. I've been homeless in my life. I'm not going to lie. But you know what I did? I hid. I made sure nobody could see me. Nowadays, these homeless people, they just throw trash everywhere. You know what? If the homeless people went and lived in a river, which is where they do a lot, right? But they kept it clean, people wouldn't freak out. But if they don't keep it clean. That's the whole problem. If you had a homeless encampment where it was beautiful, it was nice, people probably wouldn't complain.
Yeah, you don't see. I mean, you see homeless people from where I'm at, but you never see where they settle down at. Like it's generally like in the woods, or I think one of them was like buying an embankment. Like you don't see tents or trash or anything like that. You just see them on the sidewalk.
Not in California, bro. Not in California. All right, I got this for you. I'm just going to show you the video of this one. I think there was a video of it. So yeah. Where is it? Here we go. So this is not a UFC fight. It was a tough enough fight. 129. Tell me, or I'm going to hit play. You'll see it on your screen in a minute. They called it, what is it called? It is the most brutal shot, the flying knee knockout. Have you ever heard of a flying knee knockout?
Oh yeah, that's what Masvidal took out Ben Askren with. It's probably what he's mimicking.
Well, here, we're going to watch it right now.
Pretty good extent here in round number one.
Oh, knock the guy out.
Oh, my God.
Just wait till you see it.
A flying knee directly to the chin, and the immortal GOAT down and out.
Have you seen it yet, Drunk?
I accidentally paused it. And I don't know.
Here, I'll play it again. Oh wait, you know what? I can share. What am I talking about? I keep forgetting. I can. Tell me when you see it. I'll hit play. I'll play.
That is not the most. Go pull up Jorge Masvidal versus Ben Askren and tell me if his flying knee wasn't way more brutal than that.
Jorge, wait. Let's go to YouTube.
Just type in Masvidal Askren. The match lasts 6 seconds.
Masvidal. I don't even know how you.
Masvidal.
And against who?
Askren.
From 3 years ago? Oh yeah, it's 17 seconds long. I'm gonna just play the shortened version of it so we don't get in trouble here. Okay, here we go. So we only have 9 seconds, so we're using this for fair use, guys. We're commenting on this. This is what Drunk Uncle says is this is the greatest. So let's watch it.
Block is brought to you by.
Well, this is a much more brutal knockout with a flying knee than I just saw.
Really? You think so?
The fight clock is brought to you by Modelo.
Well, he was running towards him. The other kid. So this kid in this news article wasn't running towards him.
Yeah, you think it hurts harder when somebody's got a running start or when somebody's stationary?
Let's watch this one again. I don't know. That was pretty fucking quick. Watch it again. Wait till it comes up, drunk. Watch it again.
Pretty good extent here in round number.
I mean, this kid is so fast, you can't even catch it on film. Watch it again.
Probably a Muay Thai.
In the bushes next to the freeway again. No, come to California, guys. We have homeless everywhere. Just non-stop everywhere. All right, let's see. I still got like a whole bunch of news left for you guys.
I guess the big question would be is how long did it take this gentleman to get up? Ben Askren, I think, got taken to the hospital. He was out.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to show you guys this one. My stepdad. Oh, wait. Go ahead.
Speaking of, real quick, since we're watching MMA, Chappie got sliced behind the ear tonight.
Really?
Yeah, like they wanted her to go get stitches, but she just they cleaned it up and I think they glued it together.
Mm-hmm.
But I talked to the guy that it happened with, and I was like, "How does that?" Because it was like behind her ear was like gashed open.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at it, just like maybe like the hole where her earring was bleeding a little bit. But she didn't even notice that. She got a huge knot like right there. She's already got 2 black eyes right now. She spars hard, bro.
She didn't learn the first time, huh?
No. She spars hard. Like she's proud. She's proud of those marks.
I'm not giving you. You had 4 or 5 treats already, asshole. You're not getting another one.
But I talked to the guy that done it, and he was like, "Yeah, it's Muay Thai, so we can throw elbows." I was like, "Yeah, I understand." I was like, "I'm just curious on how you get a gash behind the ear, because you would figure it would be on the ear, or somehow the ear had to be flipped over." And he's like, "What I think happened is she done something and turned her head like that. And so whenever he came in with the elbow, it literally did hit there and slid across and then there." But yeah,
I'm trying
she
to get
got
a snack and
gashed up.
Sorry, you lost my ADD kicked in and you lost my attention like 2 minutes ago.
Getting gashed open behind your ear with a brutal elbow is not entertaining.
Not unless I see it.
No. She's a trooper. She's like, "I'm not fucking getting it stapled up. Put some glue on it."
It's chocolate. You can't have it, asshole. Sorry. Yeah, move.
I gotta up. I can't have staples or stitches.
Andy got my joke reference. All right, USDA gives you another good reason not to eat frozen pizza. My stepdad every Sunday makes frozen pizza. So I wanted to read this article, so I figured maybe you guys might want to too. Continue reading. I hate these ones. You got to click on and continue. Why don't they? No, I just wanted to read the first 5 minutes of it, you assholes. So USDA recalls a frozen pizza brand. So we're doing a we're gonna tell you which freezer brand. Look at this. They tell you they recalled it, but you got to search in here. They still haven't even said it. They still haven't even said. Shut up, damn commercials.
It's probably Chicago Home Run Inn. I think that's what I just seen. I seen that somewhere.
Well, let's see. It's yeah. So here you go. The Illinois-based Chicago's Home Run Inn is the maker of its Steely Pie and is typically sold in major stores at Walmart, Target. They recalled 13,099 pounds of a frozen meat pizza product. And so it is the Chicago's Home Run Inn Steely Pie. So if anybody eats that pie, go turn it in because you could get sick. There you go.
I think say Red Baron or Totino's or something.
Oh, I like Red Baron pizza. I love Red Baron.
But they're on the lower end, aren't they?
Yeah, but I don't know why. They make these little ones that you can buy at Costco. I like them the best. I don't know why. But my stepdad, he buys, it's called Freshetta pizza. He looked it up. He's got like a $1,000 pizza maker. He's got another pizza. So like the one he's using now it's a pizza maker, and they gave me one of these like 5 or 6 years. No, it was when my mom was alive, so about 9 years ago. It's just on a spinner. It spins and it's got a little electrode that you can heat the top and the bottom. They're pretty good. So he's been making pizzas on that.
I bet you.
Am I in this
would,
picture?
So he's got the pizza oven and all that stuff. He seems to like get into things. Like I bet you if you like ordered him some dough and y'all like started to look up like how to knead it and start to toss it.
No, my brother tried. Well, he might, but my brother tried to do that. But my brother said he was going to send us the dough from his restaurant, but he never did. So who knows? So he might though. My stepdad probably would. Yes. You shouldn't eat frozen pizza. You should bake it first. Ah, good one, Mr. Flyer. Good one. All right, so ex-CIA analyst, and I was wondering why I wasn't in this picture. I remember this moment. I was actually, because they all said, let's take a picture for the cameras. So I went and, I was supposed to be a journalist that day, so I was filming. So I took the picture. This might not be my picture because it's too high, but I did take a picture that day from this exact spot. But it says ex-CIA analyst says fallout over the raid on Trump's Mar-a-Lago resembles the lead-up to the Capitol attack and predicts another catastrophic event. What do you guys think? Do you think this may be leading up to a big drunk? Do you think this may be leading up to a big, huge freaking January 6th again?
I
don't know.
I hope not. But I do see, maybe I've been listening to Tim Pool for way too long, but it seems to be popping up like more and more now. But Tim Pool's been talking about like he thinks that we're heading for another civil war for like a while now.
Well, I mean, that's been before January 6th.
Talking about, huh?
That was even before January 6th, though.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Who knows? So he's saying, huh?
Seems to think that Joe Rogan has now even come out and I think he said something like, because Tim Pool's been saying it for a while, and Joe Rogan had mentioned that he was like, I thought he was crazy, but I'm starting to see it now. Well, and this was before it even happened it was after the Mar-a-Lago raid, but before the guy with the nail gun. Some guy with a nail gun shooting at the FBI. Did you hear about that?
No.
Oh, yeah, they killed him.
Oh, yeah, I heard something about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Shooting at him with a nail gun. I don't know.
So, guys, because of everything that's been happening over the last year and a half, 2 years, I'm not going to, like the last 3 months, I mean, I started watching all these zombie movies. I was watching TV shows. Shows about going in space, what happens when the world ends, like the 100. That's a classic example. So what the 100 is about is this, spoiler alert maybe, a computer takes over control of the internet, and they are able to get to the missiles, and so they start sending off nuclear missiles, and it ends the world, right? Just everybody within seconds shoots off their missiles, and that's one of the reasons why I just went out and got another gun. I mean, I have a shotgun, yes, right? But I just went out and bought a gun, and so they put 2 in my hand. And you guys tell me if I made a good choice. They put the Glock-9 in my hand, and it was kind of light, I don't know, it didn't feel like that great to me. But I was like, if this is what you recommend, I'll take it, because I don't know anything about guns. And like, no, that's not what we want. Put this, now hold this one. And then they gave me the Springfield, it's called a Springfield Armory X9D, or XD9. And this thing, it was heavier, I just liked the way it was filled. So I bought myself a Springfield Armory XD9.
Like, I felt like a man holding it.
Yeah, right? So that's the new weapon I just ordered. I get it August 10th, or August 20th. The day after my birthday, August 20th, Saturday, I get to go pick up my gun. I can't wait. I already paid for it. It's all paid for. All I got to do is show up with my birth certificate and, what else did they want? Oh, my PG&E bill.
They don't let you test out guns, though, do they?
No, there is. So, like, there's a place in town in Fresno called The Range. You can go down there, and you can test out any weapon they have. The place that I went to, which is... Oh, my gosh. Forgive me for... I went there, my friend Randall Widner took me there, and he said, this is the best place to buy your weapon, so that's why I went and bought it from there. From Half-Cocked Gunsmithing and Firearms, and he's smart. He actually on the back of my card, he laminated my firearm safety certificate with his business card on the back. So if you guys are in the Central Valley, go check out Bill Gibbons over in Clovis at Half-Cocked Gunsmithing and Firearms. It's a little tiny shop, right? But they're very knowledgeable, and they're really cool people. Hello, Indico. Let me out the car, Cole. Let me out the car. Hope, you've never held a gun? Okay, wait a minute, guys. So, in January when I go to DC, I'm gonna take the long way, I think, maybe, and because I have to stay there a long time. I don't want to be away from my stepdad. So, like, I am going to go see Drunk Uncle for sure now. You had me debating it the other day, Drunk Uncle, but something came up that I'm gonna go for sure now. So I am going to have to go through,
October or January?
October.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, I guess I could do it. Well, I don't know. Me and something came up. I have a chance. Okay. I have a chance to meet somebody. I don't want to bring it up on this show because I'm worried that they'll go and tell this person, "Hey, don't meet Eddie." You know what I mean? So I'm not going to bring it up on this show. Yeah.
We'll talk about.
So I have a chance to meet somebody. But I guess I could meet them in January too. So who knows? Oh, look, these assholes are sharing my video right now. I just saw it. Anyways, but yeah, so in January, when I have to go to the DOJ to court for Joe Biggs, guess what? I'm gonna go through Ohio, and I'm gonna go visit Hope. And you know what? I'm gonna take her to a gun range, and we're gonna go shooting, cause I'll have my gun by then, Hope. Yeah, get out the car, Cole. It's good to see you too, Indico. So, what I did one day, my wife, when I was still married, we went on a date night, and we went to this place called The Range. And you go in there, and you pay for the alley, they call it. I think that's what they called it. So basically, you pay for your little range area, and it was like a $25 an hour fee. And then they let you use whatever weapon that they had. They had multiple weapons. All you had to do was buy the ammo from them. So that way you could test out guns. So for my wife, I think we started out with a 25 or a 22 and then moved her up. So yeah.
I've only held a real gun once. And that was in Vegas.
And that was Diggleworth's. Was it Diggleworth's or was it her husband's gun?
Her husband's, but I think Diggleworth, I got my first lesson about gun safety from her. She's like, yes, she flipped out. I know she was just, she knew that it was cleared and everything, but, I broke a rule that I had no idea about. She flipped out. She was like, "You son of a bitch, don't you ever do that." Because I went to look at it and the barrel was pointed at her.
Uh-huh.
And then the husband was like, "Okay, if you want to look at it, you hold it down and you turn your back if you want to like look at it. Don't look at it when it's aiming towards anybody."
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay."
Yeah. So, I got to say, at the range, I didn't buy my weapon from them, but they do. I mean, they have a nice little, you can look, their interior is pretty nice. So here's what it is. It's $20 for a range fee per person. So, you pay per person. And then, there is a rental now. Last time I went, there was not a rental on the firearm, but it's a $15 firearm rental, but you can switch them in and out. And then you pay for the ammo, and then you can buy targets for $1.99. So, but I mean, it's a good play. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. It was my wife when I was married. It was a nice date night. She had never held a gun before. She had never shot a gun before. She had held a gun. She's held my shotgun, but she had never actually freaking fired a weapon before. So that was a date night. Yeah, in January. You're telling me, let's see, wait a minute. You're in Columbus, right? So Columbus, they got to have an indoor range in there. Columbus, my thing is sticking Columbus indoor. They got to have an indoor firing range. Right? We'll rent an alley or we'll rent a lane. Top 10 shooting ranges in Columbus. The Bullet Ranch. I like the name of that one. The Bullet Ranch. The Bullet Ranch, you'll find a 10-lane indoor shooting lane with the length of 75 feet. You can shoot handguns, rifles, and shotguns at this range. Here we go. Yeah, Hope will... You know what? Hope, they're addicted. My wife wanted to buy one when I was married. She definitely wanted to buy one right away. So here we go. This is where we're going to go. So I will let you shoot my gun.
Pew pew.
Yeah, I'll let you. Because I'm also gonna, like I told Drunk Uncle, when I come to his house in October, I'm bringing my gun, and he will be allowed. Oh, that's what I gotta buy for my truck now. I gotta buy one of those concealed, a place where you can lock it. So that way nobody can take it from you. Ooh, that's not... Hey, guys, my birthday's coming up on Friday. If you guys want to buy me something that'll conceal my gun in my brand new truck, I wouldn't bitch. I'm a grifter now. Hey, I'm like...
Talking about that little case that, like, Digga, her husband had it in.
Oh, no. No, watch this. Dodge.
Are you talking about, like, a little magnet thing? So it's, like, under the dash, so if you need to...
Yeah. But no, those are actually illegal. Fingerprint gun holder.
I've seen commercials for them. How the hell are they illegal if they have commercials?
Well, I mean, because you cannot carry it that way. Well, at least in California, I shouldn't say they're illegal. In California, where I live, it's illegal to carry the firearm loaded in your vehicle. Unless you have a concealed weapons permit, which I don't.
Well, this thing is just a magnet that holds your gun on your dash. So, like, I mean, maybe in the commercial, I guess you always want to have it loaded. But maybe just for commercial's sake, they were just, so you could grab it real quick.
Yeah, I see that on Facebook, too. Yeah, I've seen those. But those you're not supposed to have.
Yeah.
What I would prefer is maybe like a safe or something. You know what I mean? Like this thing. It's a safe in there. But if I were to get one, I would want one that's like a fingerprint one, so it's easy to open. Because, I mean, think about it. If
you have those like things on the wall that you can walk up to, and it just looks like a shelf, and you go up and you put your fingerprint on it, and like it drops down and folds out, and you have like 3 handguns there.
Right. I mean, because think about this. If your weapon is locked up and you can't get to it, it's not worth anything to you, right? And I understand the reason for having gun locks. You don't want your kid getting near it. You don't want somebody breaking into your truck. But At the same time, if your gun's locked up when somebody tries to rob you, you're screwed. So it's like a catch-22, you know? Luckily, I'm at a place where I have dogs around me all the time. So I guess I could go either way. I don't have to worry about really somebody breaking into my house.
Bill Burr had a pretty good joke. I think it's one of the first jokes, and you people were all the same or something like that. Well, anyway, he's talking about how he wants to get a gun, yada, yada, yada. He's going to buy a shotgun, didn't do it.
Yeah.
And his wife, but she was like, so I read, keep all the pieces in different places. So you got to keep the stock over here, barrel here, the ammo here.
Yeah.
And he goes into this scenario of somebody like breaking into the house, and he's got to run around and assemble this weapon while somebody's breaking in the house. And he's like, where's the scope? She's like, it's in the kitchen. He's like, he's in the kitchen. He's like, no, I want that shit mounted on my wall. I'll keep it under my pillow, right up my jam sleeves. I'm not assembling a weapon.
Yeah. All right,
it's
so there you go, Hope. So since January's your birthday and I got to go, what I'll do is for your birthday, I'll stop by. We'll go shooting for your birthday. Hey, Gra, this is for something for our morning shows. Look, they call it Motorcycle Monday. We got to start doing Motorcycle Mondays, running from the cops. I'm going to show this. This is the kind of stuff we show during the day, guys, so I'm going to show you this real quick.
Send ambulance right away.
We show stuff like this. It says here why you shouldn't run from the cops. I'm just going to get to the end real quick. Oh, wait, I went way too far.
The rider was ejected from...
So this guy crashed hard, I guess. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm going to pause it here because I don't want to show too much of this. I mean, look at all the stuff. He hit an oncoming another car. Wow. Oh my gosh. But yeah, definitely if you're on a bike, you know, that's the problem, guys and girls. One lady got mad at me one day. She's like, "Ed, you got to stop saying guys." That was when I worked for Ben Berkwam way back then. But yeah, I lost my train of thought. When you're on a motor, you know, when people have motorcycles, they think they can just get away from the cops, right? Like, I worked with a guy, and he had a Gixxer, you know, a GSXR 750. And, you know, I'm like, hey, you know, you've been working with me for over a year now, and you still got that, you know, the license, the what do you call those, the dealer plate on there. He's like, yeah, because I run from the cops. I'm on a motorcycle. They're not going to catch me, right? So freaking, hey, there you go, Hope. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll start doing that. All right. Watercraft Wednesdays, Trailer Thursdays, and Freak Out Fridays, or Freaky Friday. Fridays, it'll just be whatever. But, so yeah, people think because they're just, you know, a Suzuki, a GSXR Suzuki, it is one of the fastest, if not the fastest street bike you can buy.
And very light. I don't understand street bikes. I don't like them, and I don't. Sorry if there's anybody that rides a street bike in here. I don't like the people that ride street bikes. They don't seem to respect the fucking motorcycle, and they end up paying for it very, very soon for a lot of them.
Yeah.
Luckily, a lot of them walk away, but they don't get on that motorcycle again generally.
Here we go. Here's only a 600. I thought. Isn't it a 750? Okay, so look, this is their top speed run. So this guy's taking this motorcycle. It's a 2006 GSXR 600. He is gonna. Let's see how fast he gets it up to. Let's go fast forward. He's 165 miles, 166, 168, 170. He hit 170, 171, 72, 174, 175, 176. Is he going to break 180? And he's doing a turn right here, it almost looks like. I'd like to see what it looks like down the road. I know he's on a straightaway.
And what do you think? What do you think happens if you hit a small rock in that road?
Oh, you're fucked.
Yep.
Not just a small rock, bro. An air pocket. You can hit an air pocket, and it'll screw your life.
when you're going that fast, from what I hear, your tires technically aren't even touching the road. They're like
really, Dink.
The contact point for the tire is so minuscule because you're going so fast. Gra can probably extend on that and tell you if I'm just full of shit. I have no idea, but that's just what I heard, and it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah. I don't know, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, and so that's why California now,
because
you can't have
light, you know?
Huh?
And so fast, and they're so light now. If you got a cruiser, those things, you get on a street bike, you're just like, You get on a cruiser, like you get. I mean, you're moving around a lot of weight.
Okay, so you want an example? So a street bike. Okay, so we, you know, we're in my, you know, you either get yourself like a Harley type bike, or you get we call them crotch rockets. So here, let's look at crotch rocket. A crotch rocket is basically like any okay, here's an example. So when you see a motorcycle pull up, and they're real tiny, you know, they got like fairing is the body panels all the way around, and they go like, that's a crotch rocket. That's a little Japanese motor or something in there. Compared to when you have a guy
and they're like hunched over.
Yeah, compared to a guy that's sitting on a Harley or even Hondas, you know, where you're sitting there like this, you know, you're relaxed, you know, you can totally see the engine, you know, big ass fucking normally chrome pipes, and you know, you hear those Harleys coming from a mile away, right? That's the difference, Hope. That's the difference for you. Yeah. All right, so you see Liz Cheney. We're gonna watch Liz Cheney lose tomorrow night. But look, even Yahoo News is already giving her a way out. Look, Yahoo News says a Liz Cheney primary loss in Wyoming won't mark the end of her fight against Trump, nor will it end her political career. I wouldn't be surprised to see her run for president. I tell you what, if she runs for president, it better be under Democrat. Because she's not going to run for president under a Republican. She will not make it through the party. I guarantee you that.
We make a trade. I say we make a trade. We take Tulsi Gabbard, and they get her.
I would go with that trade. I could go for that trade. But we're going to have a watch party tomorrow night, guys. We're going to watch her lose tomorrow night. That's what we're going to do. You know she's going to lose. But look, so Yahoo News is trying to say... Oh, wait, let's see. Who just subscribed? Thank you, Eugene, for following us. Yeah, Liz Cheney, they're trying to give her hope. Cheney, a member of a political dynasty, has called herself the underdog in the Wyoming race because you're going against President Trump. She's still a force in the GOP. Nobody likes her anymore. Do you guys like her? I don't like her. She's going to lose tomorrow. Let's just put it that way. But they're trying to give her some hope. What the hell are you watching? You're watching the little news show where we give our own fucking opinions about it.
Lily George, I don't know if you were talking to me or Eddie, but I just think street bikes motorcycles are already extremely dangerous. I've been riding dirt bikes. I think I got my dirt bike at like 6 or 7 years old. Had a lot of wrecks, concussions, temporary amnesia, and that's on dirt. So I just don't see a lot of people that ride crotch rockets that maybe have that experience, and they do want, and like you said, who wouldn't want to go 150 miles an hour and escape? Yeah, it's a cool thought,
right, Andy?
But wreck a few times on dirt and then try to imagine doing that at 150 miles an hour on asphalt. Yeah, it's not a good scenario.
So Lily, it's basic. Look, it's like this, right? I like Chevy and Dodges. I don't like Fords. That's basically what it is. It's a preference. I'm not saying, but I mean,
there are plenty of talented people that ride crotch rockets. I'm not saying that, but most people, like if you don't know anything about motorcycles, like I'm going to get a motorcycle. You can get a crotch rocket for cheap. I'm talking about like $1,500, $1,800, maybe $2,000, something that'll go that speed. You know, it looks cool. You get a girl on the back, and they have to have their ass all light in the G-string. You know, it's a very cool thing to see. But I'm just saying they're fucking dangerous, and they're too light. They're too light, too cheap, too dangerous. My opinion.
I grew up with my brother had his first bike was a 1984 Kenny Roberts Special, Yamaha YSR 350. I remember. I've ridden on those bikes. I like them. But now, at my age, I'd rather have a Harley. And the reason, and another reason why is, look at it this way. Put up a guy riding the GSXR next to a guy riding a Harley. Who would you rather have standing behind you in a fight? That's all I'm gonna say. But no, it's fun. Yeah, riding 160 miles, it's fun. I would do it too. Anyway, so you guys remember the Derek Chauvin trial?
Harley will go that fast too.
Yeah, actually, if you watch the drag races, they actually have the Harley division of drag races. No shit, you know what?
I don't know about 160 miles an hour, but I can just say they get to $130 easily.
Shit.
And that's fast for most cars.
Hold on, let's see. Yeah, if you watch your drag races, normally they'll like the Harley division. So normally Andrew Hines wins the Harley division. Harley drag race. You can watch it if you watch, your drag racing. I mean, the Harleys sit there and get out there, and they do it. Here, I'll even play the music. Oh, these are street ones. Hold on. I wanted to show you like the competition ones even. Top Fuel Harley drag racing. Here we go. These guys are no joke.
My favorite speed is on a motorcycle, Eddie.
Your what?
Favorite speed?
What's that?
15 miles per hour.
How much?
15.
Why?
Because generally you do it like downtown or like on the beach, and that way you look around and see if any girls are looking at you and they wave at you. You could easily just like, hey. All right,
so let's watch these guys. They're about to take off. Oh shit! And look, so the guy in the top lane, he's actually wearing a Hell's Angels. He's in a Hell's Angel. The guy in the top. Oh, that wasn't a very good race. Oh, but the Hell's Angel took him. So look, they're doing 199.29 miles an hour on that Harley. So the guy who won was doing 199 miles per hour on that Harley. Let's watch this race real quick. No drag queens.
So you notice that they're on a track. The drag bars behind them.
Yeah.
This isn't like being on an interstate.
But still, I'm just trying to show you guys that Harleys can go fast too.
Oh no! I'm just saying. There's you want to go fast. There's a place where you can go fast.
Right on, Grom.
No.
Yeah. All right.
Go fast. Take it to the track.
Right on. So get this. 2 of the ex-cops charged in the George Floyd killing reject their plea deals. I wouldn't either. I mean, you know what? These guys were just witnesses to it, right? Yeah, they're supposed to be police officers. They're supposed to know better. But they didn't know that he was dying. I mean, the guy was on fentanyl and he's talking, "Mama, mama," right? So Tu Thao, I think that's maybe how you say his name, and J. Alexander Kung are charged with aiding and abetting both second-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter. The murder I don't agree with. Manslaughter means, yeah, somebody died and you made a mistake. I can go with manslaughter, all right? Let's see. What was the plea deal? So they were convicted, or Thao, Kung, and Lane were convicted in federal court in February of violating his civil rights. But what is the plea deal? What are they trying to give them? It doesn't even say what the plea deal is. They just says they did propose a deal for 2 years, but the state rejected it. So they said, okay, we'll take 2 years in jail, but the state rejected it. I don't think they should. You know what? They were just doing their jobs. And for murder, they're not in there for murder, folks. Yes, he died, but that was manslaughter. It's not like they killed him on purpose. I can agree with the manslaughter charges, but not the murder charges.
I can't even believe that Chauvin got second-degree murder because it did not fit the legal scope of what second-degree murder was.
Right? Yeah, like Lily said, it should be manslaughter at the worst. Yeah, Andy said he was doing what? How fast were you going, Andy? Like 130 on I-80 through the Bonneville Salt. Oh, you went in the Bonneville Salt Flats. Oh, wow. And Gross says 2 of his best friends drag Top Fuel Harleys in Tulsa. All right.
But since you brought up, I swear I'll make this quick. You were bringing up, the whole George Floyd thing. I seen I get posts and shit from like jujitsu stuff. But the other day there was a guy that helped assist an officer on detaining a guy, and he was kind of like walking the officer through on what to do, like why he had his legs pinned, and he was helping him break the posture and get the arm behind. But what was cool about it was the jiu-jitsu guy like stepped in at one point. He's like, all right, you don't have to do this anymore. Like you don't have to use that pressure. He's like, he's not going anywhere. We got him cuffed. I got his ankles pinned. If you will, just step, and the officer, realized and listened to that and listened to him. I thought that was kind of cool. And police officers from where I'm from, they get heavily discounted, if not free training at a local Muay Thai jiu-jitsu place. And every cop that comes in, I try to talk them into going and doing that shit. Because it'll really help you learn to, control.
Sure.
Maybe the whole George Floyd didn't have to happen the way that it did if he would have known,
yeah,
to know when to relieve pressure when somebody is not a threat anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's easy to Monday morning quarterback. It is what it is. He wasn't. I just want to leave. Okay, yeah.
I was just saying, I seen it play out in a different scenario where somebody that's familiar with the art that I practice, was able to. He was helping the officer the whole time. He's like, all right, now you're going to pin the arm. Now sweep it back. Like, he was having trouble with the guy, and the guy even actually grabbed for his gun. But he listened to him, and everybody was fine. And that was.
Hey, you know what? Like I was a plumber. They said you have 10 plumbers. You're gonna have 10 different ways of doing something. I'm just saying. Like I said. I don't think he should be charged. Any of them should have been charged with murder. It was manslaughter. They didn't mean to kill the guy. That's all. I'm just gonna leave it at that because we still have like 5 other news things to get done. So I don't know. Yeah, could it have been handled better? Yes. But who knows how you would have acted in that second.
So. I'm sure I could have handled my roles better tonight, but you don't know that till afterwards. Well, I could have done this. I could have done that, but you didn't.
Right. It's real easy for us to come in afterwards, right? I mean, so I'm not defending the cops. Like I said, I don't think it should be murder at all. They didn't say, hey, I'm going to go kill George Floyd today. That's not what it was. It was like, hey, you know, we were doing and there's even proof that they were trained to do that. So, Paul says that they had him in the car, but they let him out. You know, it's my medicine's kicking in, so I'm not a person to talk on that, right? Anyways. Well, by the way, guys, so it says, from book deals to rap albums, Capitol rioters are reportedly trying to profit from their crimes. Hey, guys, speaking of that, why don't you guys buy my shirt and stuff like that? Good advertisement here. Buy an EddieBlockFilm shirt. You can get it. You can get it. What is it called? What is it? A store or something like that? I don't even remember. But yeah, you can also get, speaking of that, hold on. So I am not trying to profit off of this. So if you buy this shirt, guys, you guys all know that Joe Biggs has been in jail for over 15 months now. Joe Biggs, he's been in jail for just basically trespassing. If you guys want to help him out, let me see. I'm trying. It's so hard to find my store here. Right? Stores. View store. There we go. Doesn't help that I'm on my medicine. My medicine's kicking in now. What's up, Helen? How you doing, Helen? All right. I think you guys can just go to my store like this. Copy C.
Are you a gorilla yet?
No, I'm not a gorilla yet.
You need more.
Like, you can get all the cool EddieBlockFilm stuff, but then if you go way down, and I don't know why it's all the way down at the bottom, maybe because you would think the most recent stuff they would put at the top. But look, here you guys go, right here. You can get a free Joe Biggs shirt. It's $25, which gives you a $10 profit, and that $10 goes straight. I send that straight to the Joe Biggs Legal Fund. If you want this shirt, I'm gonna post a link in here right now. Like I said, I think it's like the profit's like $10.30, and I use the 30 cents as part because I have to pay to send them the money. So I'm not getting any of this money. I actually think I'm losing money on this, right? Seriously, I'm giving every single. It's like $10.34. I send $10 of every shirt to the Joe Biggs Legal Fund. So if you guys want to go check it out, you can buy a shirt. And it's going to his lawyers. It's not going to, if you know you want to, there's, it's like, no, you know, everybody deserves to be represented. And you know what, Joe Biggs, I don't think he did anything. Yeah, if I was up there and the doors were open, my dumbass would have walked in too, right? Drunk? Wouldn't you be like, oh my gosh, the Capitol's open, let's look around?
Well, I told you that because I wouldn't have known any better.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty glad that I wasn't there that day. And if for some reason I would have wandered away, I knew what my job was if I was there.
Yeah.
You know, just sure if your battery run out, that if I had to push you, whatever.
Yeah.
That was not anything that I was expecting that would happen that day. I was expecting a tussle after the sun went down with the Antifas.
That's what I thought too, right? That's what I thought. We were going to go walk in front of there, you know, chant, you know, like pound on some doors, you know, like, hey, assholes, listen to us. I wouldn't
even thought that just out front, like, hear us, you know. Yeah. But, you know, I would be so ignorant that, like, if I would have got there and not seen, like, if I would have seen, like, the tussle with the gates and the officers, you know, the engagement, I would have been like, yeah, not doing that. But the aftermath, and, like, if, say, I would have been on the other side of the building where it was pretty peaceful, like, to just, like, walk in, like, especially if Capitol Police was like, yeah, come on in. I would have been like, ooh.
Yeah, so.
And I might be in jail right now.
In fact, if you guys instead, if you don't want a shirt and you just want to donate to him, he has a Give, Send, Go for Staff Sergeant Joseph Biggs right here. You can go check it out. It's Give, Send, Go. I'm gonna put the whole link in there right now. You can donate straight to them. You can go there right there, folks. Go donate. So far, they've raised $2,700. Right? You know, if Joe Biggs was Antifa, They have a goal of 250 grand because they're fighting the federal government, guys. It's expensive. If this was Antifa, they would have had that goal raised already. What do you think, Drunk?
Yeah, and I don't know where they get the. Oh yeah, the what's his name? Soros.
George Soros, right? Anyways, all right. In fact, you know what? Nightbot just showed up. I don't know if somebody punched into command, but there you go. There's the Nightbot. There it is. Thank you. If somebody punched it in, either that or like perfect timing. X Galaxy 4 grams of hallucinogenic. Yeah, it's called medicine. It's called microdosing. So let's see. Some Capitol riot defendants are looking for ways to capitalize on their involvement. It's called capitalism. They report that they're trying to get publishing deals and releasing rap albums. Who's released a rap album? Some defendants who are facing charges for their involvement in the January 6th Capitol riot are working to cash in some checks and promote themselves through various ventures. Well, let's see who they're talking about. A man from Virginia. Huh? Yeah, John Sullivan, right? A man from Virginia dropped a rap album with riot subject matter that included a photo of him sitting on a police car outside the Capitol. Another man who is currently behind bars with riot-related charges told his mother to reach out to book publishers. Why not? We need to get his story out. We need to get his story out. One man identified as Jeremy Gray started to sell T-shirts and other paraphernalia with photos of the Capitol that had his slogans like "Back the Blue." What's wrong with it? We're in America. It's capitalism, baby. Capitalism. Although I'm not very good at it because I donate all my fucking money. You notice I haven't. Everything you guys have donated like the last couple weeks, guys, I've all donated to Joe Biggs. I've donated all of it. Even people like I was at a restaurant for my birthday. And well, my birthday's coming up this Friday, but I went early to San Jose and had a nice steak, and people donated money. You know what I did? I took that money and donated it to Joe Biggs. And I did it on stream, so you can't say I'm a liar. You know how people are, Drunk.
It was a deep fake, bro.
All right.
In real time.
I did it live on air. In fact, if you go to this Give, Send, Go, you'll even see where I donated that money. It's right here.
You bet the fabric of time and went 15 minutes ahead so you could manipulate footage.
Right.
I know.
Show more. There, Eddie Block, $125. That's what somebody donated. So one person donated $100, another person donated $25. Look, there you go. I donated right there. This is live. Look, another day I donated $100. Right. So I've been forwarding the money, guys. Yeah. You know what? I'm not going to lie. So many, people said I sold out to HBO because I was in an HBO special. You know what? All the people, let's see, who just donated? Thank you, Polly Wally. All the time, people were using my footage and stealing it, right? So when HBO called me up and they said, hey, can we buy some of your footage? I was like, you aren't going to steal it? So, yeah. I figured if I didn't, I might as well make the money off of it. My footage was out there everywhere. So when somebody offers to pay you that much money for footage that's already out there, fuck yeah, I'm going to sell it to HBO.
And it wasn't a hit piece either. Like I was pretty impressed with the way, because I expected just a propaganda plot. But it was actually done really well. And
yeah, thank you, Paul. So Paul resubscribed for 3 months in a row. Nice. Now that I'm back on Twitch again. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it was really nice. So they didn't pay me for my interview, which, they're like, we wouldn't be real journalists if we did, which I understood, but they did pay me for my footage, and they paid me very well. I used to always wonder what I'm worth, right? I'll tell you guys, I'm worth $1,000 a minute, according to HBO. They paid me for $1,000 for every minute of footage. I was proud to take it. They used a couple minutes of my footage. Right? And I was just like, yeah. A friend of mine actually got more money. He's like, oh, no, I went and I negotiated. I was like, fuck. I didn't even think I could have negotiated. Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, well. But I had, the most footage was from me. I got the most out of anybody because I had the most footage. They use like almost 3 minutes of my footage.
I wonder if that goes for any future footage. Let's say like 10 years from now, they're like, oh, the HBO does no.
The document that I signed was for 4 hours at the Capitol. It said if they want to use any footage for any further documentaries, they have to pay me again.
They do or don't?
They do.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, so, in the future, they do the 10-year anniversary or something, HBO does it, you get another check.
No, if they, it was a flat fee for 4 hours at the Capitol. So if in 10 years they show 4 hours at the Capitol again, it's still the same documentary. But now if they want to say what really happened on January 6th and they use my footage again, then they got to pay me again.
Yeah, well, they're not going to call it the same movie again.
Yeah. Right, Hope? Oh, and Andy's like, you could have totally, and right, I had the best footage, right? I totally could have negotiated, but hell, when they were like, everybody else has stolen my footage, and they offered me $1,000 a minute, I was like, thank you. I mean, the FBI had just raided my house, right? They took all of my camera equipment. I needed it, so yeah, that was back before, luckily, I finally got an award now, that I'm in a lot better standing. That, back then, I was just barely getting by. A year ago, less than a year ago, Eddie was not in a good shape. I was barely making it every month. I literally was, But now that, the government is finally fessed up to, making me handicapped, and I'm finally getting paid for all the pain that I have to deal with every day. So, yeah. But yeah, back then, $1,000, I was like, heck yeah, that'll pay my bills. Right? So, oh, thank you, Helen. Thank you. Yeah, David, it's crazy, right? All right, anyways. So get this. So we watch, in the mornings, me and Grau, we watch court cases, and they're in Georgia. So look at this. Nearly 200 Georgia State Prison employees are arrested for on-the-job related charges. Holy shit! So since the beginning of 2020, but still, 200 people of the 195 Georgia Corrections employees arrested through June 30th. 143 are state-certified police officers, mostly correction officers. What were they? There were 21 arrests for battery. Including 4 employees arrested at the... So just battery. It doesn't mean they had a battery against a prison. They could have had battery for something else. Oh, wait, here we go. The drugs arrest includes 41 for marijuana. I mean, who doesn't smoke weed nowadays? 11 for marijuana and meth. Okay, yeah, if you're doing meth and you're a cop, yeah, sorry. Sorry, guys. And then...
They have long shifts.
Huh?
They do have long shifts. The correctional officer, I know, he doesn't do the speed, but he drinks a lot of energy drinks.
Oh yeah, I mean, but still, I'm sorry, meth. When you're sitting there and your whole job is to lock up people that are in there for meth, and you're doing meth, that's fucked up.
Oh, I understand. I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying.
Well, you are. You're like, they got a long shift. That's making an excuse, drunk.
No. I'm saying normally you would like somebody that just works a normal, like work at McDonald's or something, like 8-hour shift, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not meth, but I mean, with my medicine, you just take the meth out and you just have the amphetamine left. I mean, that's me, and it's legal.
Yeah, but that's prescribed by a doctor. These are just people just doing meth.
Oh, I understand. I was just saying that they have long shifts.
All right, look at this. Hope says, I don't smoke marijuana. Well, you know what? It is going to, I'm going to take you to the gun range, and then after the gun range, it is going to be, I'm going to be like, come on, don't you want to try this weed cookie? I was like, come on, don't you just want to try a little piece of weed cookie? It'll change your life, Hope. It will change your life.
I think mushrooms would be.
Well, I don't promote mushrooms. Weed is. I think weed should be legal. Mushrooms, I'm still new to mushrooms, so I don't know yet. I'm still learning about mushrooms. Let me get through weed first.
spiritual enlightenment.
Right. I tell you what, I love my weed. Shit. What do I got right here? This is watermelon rings, indica. What is this one? 100 or 1,000 milligrams? 1,000 milligrams. I'm not gonna take one right now because took some other medicine. But yeah. Oh yeah. All right, but anyway, so back to these guys. And Lily said, you know, Hope says she's laughing at me. Sneaky Pete says, go get some coffee and donuts. Yeah, right. Lily says, I mean, all the contraband in there, they got to get there somehow. That's true. It's got to get in there somehow. So let's see. So, but meth. If you're doing meth, you shouldn't be holding people in jail for being on meth, right? In one case, 2 employees tried to smuggle meth inside a prison in a Hot Pocket frozen turnover. There's a new meaning of Hot Pockets now. Oh my gosh. 9 employees were arrested for sexual assault. Yeah, I had a friend, because here we have a big prison here in Chowchilla, right? And a friend, they're like, Eddie, you're a plumber, dude. You should go be a plumber in prison, dude. The inmates do all the work. And I thought about it. And so I talked to another friend of mine. And I was like, what do you think about this? He's like, the biggest thing is, Eddie, it's a women's prison. You can't even look at them wrong. He's on, I know you like to look at the women. And I was like, yeah, that's probably not a good idea. So
you want to hear what I hear that the one of the newer ways that shit is getting in there?
Yeah, what's the newest way?
Through the lawyers.
The lawyers? Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so I do have a couple friends that work in this field, and the officer tells me that if you get paperwork, like if I'm not saying this is happening in any way, but let's just use an example that we're both familiar with. If Joe Biggs' lawyer decides to send Joe Biggs mail...
Yeah, let's not use Joe as an example. I mean, let's use...
Okay, well, whatever. Like, lawyer A wants to send a letter to inmate B.
Yeah.
So, generally, when a normal pedestrian, civilian, whatever, sends mail through correctional facility, not only is it open and read, but generally they photocopy it. You don't even get the original copy.
Right.
The correctional officers, at least where I'm at, are not allowed to tamper or mess with anything that comes from your lawyer. So he's saying that they're having a problem. He thinks he's pretty high ranking with corrupt lawyers that are spraying. You can spray it with LSD. You can spray it with methamphetamine. You get it in liquidized form. You spray that paper down. You mail it. They get it. They tear off the squares, and boom, there you go.
That's true. I never, not they were saying. There's a bad egg in every group, right? So
yeah,
it's possible.
This is coming straight from direct sources that this is becoming a problem.
Sure, of course. I always set up these beforehand. You know what I think I should do from now on? Because the title, before you click on them, are definitely something different than what the title actually turns out to be. Maybe we should just start doing this live. We'll just hey, should we click on this news article? We'll just click on. We'll just read the internet. That's what we'll call it. Eddie and Drunk read the internet. But here, so look at this one. Biden to sign a law on Tuesday cutting most current EV credits. Do you guys know what an EV credit is? So it's an electric vehicle credit, right? They want to force you to buy an electric vehicle. They want to get rid of all gas vehicles. They want to go all electric. But now they're not gonna give you a credit for it anymore. He just cut the credits. Right? Yeah, this is crazy. Pinky's up for cocaine tea time? Okay, I don't get that one. God Rides the Harley says, I remember the days people used to soak socks in cocaine water. Then the inmate could have cocaine tea. Oh, I get it now. Oh my gosh. Wow. Well, I remember when I was in jail, you couldn't get back when I was in jail, it was a while ago. We had, what do you call those, the instant photos. What do they call those? Polaroids, yeah. You couldn't get a Polaroid photo because they're a little bit thicker than a normal photo, right? So people used to put drugs inside the Polaroids. Yeah. You know, electric vehicles, they you know, yeah. But I tell you what, I had a Chevy Volt. I loved my Chevy Volt. Because you know what? Like, I was driving across country. I had to go pick up a wheelchair in Texas, or in it was called Washington, Illinois. Right? So I drove from California to Washington, Illinois, down to Dallas, and I went to Gas Monkey Garage, and I drove home, and it was like $300 in fuel. Granted, this was... Hey, will you guys knock it off? Granted, this was back in 2016, but had I taken my Dodge Ram Cummins at the time, it would have cost me easily $1,000. I remember driving through Colorado, and I only buy Shell or Chevron for my cars, and so... Well, not my diesel truck now, but for when I have a gas car, I only buy Shell or Chevron, right? So there was a gas station, but it wasn't a Shell or Chevron. So I'm like, I'll go to the next one. And then it said next gas 200 miles. And I have a quarter of a tank. And I'm like, great, I'm fucked. But it was all downhill. And when you go downhill, my Chevy Volt regenerates electricity because it was a combination car. So I made it. I made it 200 miles because it was mostly downhill.
I'd love to have a Tesla, but I'm not going to get rid of my Element because, you know, the power goes out and my shit's not charged. I need to go somewhere.
Right.
And if the zombie I got my Scout. I just put it in 4-wheel drive and just plow through people.
Oh, I saw a meme this weekend because for some reason I was looking at memes, and they were like, it was like boyfriend, fight. I'm gonna put my hair in a man bun. I'm going to get this and that. I'm going to get my frou-frou coffee drink. And then as soon as my car is charged in an hour, I'm getting the fuck out of here. What, Brownie? I know it's dinner time. We're almost done, mamas. We're almost done, sweetheart. She's like, Dad, it's dinner time, you asshole. Let's see, what's next? Plus the... starting to... All right, after Nancy Pelosi, a San Francisco race that shall not be named. What is this all about? So this is from Yahoo News, the New York Times and Yahoo News. Nancy Pelosi has made two very different, almost irreconcilable statements about her political future. In 2018, she pledged that 2022 would be her last year as a House Democrat leader, according to a term limit to quell uprising and secure a second stint as Speaker. However, in January, she announced that she'll be running for another 2-year term in the House. She's a Democrat. They're always lying.
She got a chip deal to seal in. She can't go now.
Right? She's got to buy a whole bunch. She's got to know all the stocks to buy. For her husband, I should say.
And her son.
Yeah, and her son. All right, so this is the last one we're going to do for the night. 13 best places on the West Coast for couples to live on only a Social Security check. I wanted to look this up. I'm going to live where I'm living, right? This house, I'm going to buy it from my stepdad pretty soon. Hopefully. I still got to talk with my brother about that. My sister's happy with it, but we'll see. So I want to figure, let's look at this. I love California. It's beautiful here. It's just, we got some shitty ass politicians. She's 147 years. Go away. So as of March, the monthly average Social Security benefit is $1,618 for an individual. For a couple, that's $3,200 a month. In most states, that's a pretty good amount. What would you say, drunk uncle? For $3,200 a month, can you live comfortably over there in North Carolina?
32 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think you could live very well off of $3,200 a month. Even in California in the right spots. So this is going to tell us where in California you can do that. Vallejo. Really, Vallejo. The average rent for a one-bedroom, in Vallejo, California is $1,607. Vallejo. Remember I was dating that one girl from Vallejo, drunk uncle? She's, Vallejo, they have Six Flags Magic Mountain there. They are not Magic Mountain, Six Flags. What is it called there? I don't know. But yeah, so Vallejo is right front. It's about an hour from San Francisco, maybe 40 minutes. Wow, so $1,607 for the average one-bedroom rent. Okay. Riverside. Look at it. They're saying Riverside. Oh yeah, you can live in Riverside. Average 1-bedroom rent is $1,500 a month. Okay, but then you forget about the prices of
That's half your money for the month just on rent.
Right.
Fuck, are these motherfuckers running around in golf carts that motherfuckers pay for? Like, what are we talking about? And now this $3,200 a month doesn't seem so feasible.
No. And think about it. That doesn't, you got to pay electricity, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we eating grilled cheese sandwiches all day, every day. What's up?
No. Vallejo is not where E40 is from. No. He's not. He's from Fairfield, which is closer to Sacramento. That's where E40 is from. When I was a young kid, they said, look, if you're gonna find what you got to do is your rent and utilities should only be a quarter of your monthly salary, your monthly intake. And they said rent and utility, or is it just rent? I'm not sure. I don't know. Vallejo. There is one. It's not off of the 80. That's off of. It's actually Benicia. Benicia is the little town where they had the big oil refinery. They're saying Seattle. You can live in Seattle. Seattle's expensive as hell. An average 1-bedroom rent in Seattle is $1,596. Wow. Sacramento, an average 1-bedroom is $1,432, but you know what? It's like 110 degrees. Oh, here, even better. Anchorage, Alaska. You go live way the fuck up there. Yeah, the rent's only $1,176, but a gallon of milk costs you $12. Move to Warsaw, New York. You could be your neighbor, and the rent is cheap there. Really? No, I'm happy. I think I'm happy right where I am. Napa, California. $1,522 for an average 1-bedroom rent. Portland, Oregon. Oh yeah, I'm really gonna move to Portland, Oregon. $1,344. How does Antifa afford to live in Portland, Oregon? Oh wait, Fresno. Oh man, they had to bring up Fresno. $1,025 is the average 1-bedroom rent. So I bought. Wow. I'm looking at buying a new house, right? And my mortgage would be, I think it's like what, $1,600 a month, maybe $2,000. For a little bit more, you could own your own fucking house. I don't know.
If you ask me and Gra what we paid for our houses and what our mortgage is, you'd just be like, I'm moving to the fucking country.
Right?
I mean, my mortgage is, I think, like $777.
Really?
I mean, you can't really see my house, but eventually you will see it.
Yeah. Bremerton, Bremerton, Washington, that's an expensive place to live. $1,440. Dude, the property I'm on right now, we have 4 acres. But I mean, it's in Yosemite, so we're like, everybody wants to move.